in Columbus.
Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Not this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Does it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning, Wagwan.
Wagwan. Yeah, that's what I say every morning when I get up. Wagwan. How you feeling, bud?
Oh, you know, happy that football is here.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait. I couldn't wait to see the. I woke up to Dylan's text and just started.
Look on my face.
I just started laughing because
What do you
as
mean the
soon
look
as
on my face?
it was literally the first thing I thought about when Dylan sent that text. I just said, "Oh, poor Tebow."
Poor me. Oh, you misunderestimate me, my friend. You have underestimated me
And
severely.
Dylan dead wrong. You stayed up to watch that whole game?
I sure did. All right. We will get to what we will unpack what you're talking about in a minute. Let me set up the show first, and we'll get there. We have another chance for you to win Buckeye Country Superfest tickets, so keep listening all morning for your chance to win those. They go on sale, by the way, Friday. That is next summer in the shoe, of course. Tyler Childers headlining. We will have tickets for that. But here's what we have coming up on the show today. 8:30, big guest, Brett McMurphy going to join us here on The Fan. Good job by Dylan to get him to jump on. So we'll talk about all things college football with Brett McMurphy. 7:30, we are going to talk with both Meredith Garfalo and Brian Albizu. They are going to join us, 10 TV meteorologist and traffic reporter. You hear them every morning here on The Fan. You hear them doing the reports, but they're going to jump in because apparently they went to a bar and watched the Browns game together, and Meredith asked for time. She said, "Can I have a few minutes to lay out my concerns with this Browns team?" And I said, "Sure." Also, I think Brianna went to either her first or second Ohio State game. Maybe her first game was Texas. I don't know. But we're going to talk to her because she's not from around here. So she hasn't gone to a lot of Buckeye games. So we're going to get her thoughts on what that was like for her. Morning Wood coming up, though, more immediately, 6:45. Dylan will have a lot of questions for me and Tyvis. We have some audio from an NFL Hall of Famer who says he definitely could have played another sport professionally. So I've got a sneeze suddenly out of nowhere. That's a thing. It's a big developing situation. Anyway, I'm going to try to avoid doing that on the air. But here's where we start. Last night, Monday Night Football, if you stayed up and watched it, I don't know how you got up this early and watched it, but shout out to Dylan, who apparently did, because Dylan was in here before I was, and he also was up later than I was. Dylan, how are you functioning on like 3 hours of sleep? Are you okay?
It was like exactly 3 hours of sleep. That's like my bare minimum to survive an air shift, I've learned over the years. I got to get at least 3 hours, but then I have to nap immediately after.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be one of those shows. I think today, Tyvis, well, you have to go up to Cleveland.
I was about to say.
What we should do is you and I should have an impromptu hour-and-a-half long show meeting just to like torture Dylan just for staying up last night. But good for him. He stayed up to watch the Vikings come back against the Bears. The scoreline is kind of weird. It's 27-24. Vikings won, but they got up by more than they were up by 10 at the end of this game, and then the Bears came back and scored a late touchdown that didn't effectively change the outcome. But yeah, the score looks close. It was a close game, but the story of the night is J.J. McCarthy, the former Michigan man. He gets out there and for 3 quarters looked like he didn't know how to play football. Looked like everything I thought I told you he would be. Looked like an absolute project at quarterback, and including throwing a pick 6, which, by the way, I bet on and cashed. So thank you for that, JJ. I appreciate it.
You know what's so funny is you went to bed smiling, thinking, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to rip him in the mouth."
It's not even. No, it's not even smiling like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to tell JJ McCarthy he sucks." It's the fact that I have to hear from so many people who didn't watch him, who are just like, "I don't know, his measurables are good. Oh, he's got this, he's got that. He's got moxie." Got to hear that about him all the time. The fact that then I wake up this morning and find out in the fourth quarter, he actually realized who his head coach was, realized Kevin O'Connell gives you every weapon you could possibly want out there, gives you every option on offense to be successful, and finally decided, what if I actually just followed the plan from the head coach? And then, go figure, he looked like a competent quarterback. So congrats to him for working with literally the greatest. This is what I learned from last night. The Bears are who we thought they were.
and they let them off the hook.
And also, Kevin O'Connell is the greatest quarterbacks coach of all time because he has taken Kirk. I'm sorry. Did you want vanilla pudding Cousins? They took him and turned him into actual good quarterbacking. He took Sam Darnold,
you know who
was trash, and turned him into a year of. And by the way, how's he look for the Seahawks in one game so far? Not great. Returns are not good. So I'm just saying it might be Kevin O'Connell is just the greatest quarterback guru in the history of all time. That's what I came away with last night.
Didn't Kevin Stefanski work with Kirk? Vanilla pudding Cousins?
Yeah, and it was bland. It was fine.
It was just bland. Okay.
I think we got the wrong Kevin from the Vikings. That's what I say. I want Kevin O'Connell as
you
my
have
head
a
coach.
message in the YouTube chat, by the way.
What's my message?
It says, glorious morning, Bone. You sleep good in that J.J. McCarthy jersey.
Is that from our guy Aaron? Of course it is.
Kid is a winner.
Oh, he's a winner.
2,110 days. Hope you're listening. Hope you was listening to so I saw the signs ace of base. That's what he said. That is your message for the morning.
I'll tell you this right now.
I knew he was going to be in the chat early.
Here's what you'll learn about me. I can admit 100% when I'm wrong. I'm not married to being right. I know that I will say things that are wrong on this. The problem is my threshold for accepting my wrongness is very high. Like, I have to be shown. And so last night, we got close, right? That fourth quarter, what I saw from J.J. McCarthy, it had me questioning a few things. But then I sat down and realized something. I said, hold on a second. What did I actually think about J.J. McCarthy that made him a bad quarterback?
Yeah.
Here are my answers. One, he can't throw the ball down the field. And if you watch that game, he can't. Like, he actually tried to on one play, and what happened? They had a pass interference because the ball was severely underthrown.
He threw one to Aaron Jones. That was the touchdown he threw to Aaron Jones was like.
What are we talking about? Those 25, 30 yards? It's not down the field. Come on.
Some people can't push it that far.
That's all, Kevin. That's fine. What I'm telling you is when it's time to throw the go route, he can't do it, which I still stand by. The only time he ever was successful with that was when people were, blowing coverages.
Well, they don't have like a burner for him to be throwing the go route too.
No, and the one time
Jay Jettas ain't no burner.
No. What I will say is, though, in the modern NFL offense where all you have to do is mostly throw the ball within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, yeah, if he can do what Kevin O'Connell sets up for him to do, and yes, if he can find one of the greatest wide receivers we've seen possibly in the NFL, right?
Jay Jettas.
Yeah. I mean, then fine. Then I will give him the credit that he can function in that offense. But that does not mean that I think he is a great quarterback. And the amount of glazing that has gone on for him this morning where he's now Tom Brady, that needs to calm down.
Nobody said that now.
You haven't seen my mentions. Yes, they have.
Oh,
all the Michigan men are making that comparison.
That's your own fault. I told you about that. Y'all got to stop just y'all pick a side too early. You judged him before you see them play.
It's called having. I saw him play at Michigan.
No. You got to see what he looked like in the NFL. You know how many people have been that's just been, oh, he ain't gonna be that, and then go to the league. Tom Brady did it.
Yeah, that's
gonna be
fine.
all right.
That's fine.
Oh,
who I can tell you? You know who we can tell you can't play in the NFL? And it's not a surprise.
Don't say Caleb Williams.
Yes. It's done. He's done. Like, this is
unbelievable.
Terrible. It was so heartbreaking to watch, but
because he lost?
Because he's terrible. Like, he can't play. Like, I don't. The worst thing that could happen for him is that
he had 2 touchdowns yesterday, right?
One of them came late, right? Wasn't that one of them was the late one that was like at the end of the game when they were just the Vikings were like, yeah, sure, go ahead, it doesn't matter. Like, they're giving a prevent defense.
Russell
touchdown.
Daniels has the best feeling that I've ever seen in the chat. He said I had JJ and Caleb in a TD parlay that I went to bed thinking I was finished and then wait to see it smack. I'm telling you right now, that is by far the best feeling in the world where you go to sleep like, dang, And
Yeah.
you wake up the next morning and check it just to see.
There's
and then you got that cash already sitting in your
it's beautiful.
bank. Oh man.
Is that right, Bernie Kosar? Is that what you do? You like to do that? Here's what I'll say. Much to my chagrin, J.J. McCarthy wasn't terrible last night. That's what I'll give him. But it's one game, and it's with Kevin O'Connell. I think Kevin O'Connell makes an offense that makes a lot of quarterbacks look really good. And J.J. McCarthy in the fourth quarter of that game finally realized he could actually play within that offense, and he did, and he looked good.
That's the thing. That's why
the Bears are the Bears. Let's also keep that in mind.
It was a good spot for him to go because they weren't going to have him do things that was just out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Like he's not. I don't think he's a quarterback that's going to sit back and sling it 40 times a game. Like that's not. I don't think that's him. Like I think that he just right here is where he at. 20, 25 passes. All of them is about intermediate throws. Mm-hmm. And that's where you want to live.
Yeah, that's where he will live. That's what he has to do. But for now, it was one game. He should absolutely take his victory lap, and all the Michigan fans, I totally get why you're getting at me in the mentions. That's fine.
I do want to see. I would love to see your mentions.
Go look at him. It's fine. You can go search me. I'm there. I didn't take the tweet down. I stand by what I said. I still think I said he's going to be a referendum on the cheating scandal at Michigan, and I think in 2 years' time we'll still feel that way. But for now, sure. Give him the credit for beating the Bears.
You got 54, man.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot. Oh, yeah.
Man.
No, by the way, none of them came in the first three quarters. None of y'all had anything to say in the first three quarters.
They got freezing cold takes on there.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care.
I think leading into this week, you just glazed the wrong Michigan quarterback. You were all about Bryce Underwood, but I'm sorry, J.J. McCarthy in the fourth quarter watching that game, like, my God. He looked
good.
He looked really good. He even he had a rushing touchdown where it was just nice read option, read it well.
Talk about
put the end in a blender.
Glazes.
I know. Yeah, that's
in the fourth quarter, he looked really good. Really good.
I know.
I was
So he's missed the fourth quarter.
Unpleasantly surprised.
If he could, you know what? If you can be Mr. Fourth Quarter, then you can have an NFL career for a very long time. If you look bad for three quarters, but then you show up, congratulations. If he can actually do that and continue it. I'm reminded of a guy named RG3, who I remember was the greatest quarterback that had ever been created for one season, and then we never heard of him again. I'm reminded of Colin Kaepernick. Ron Jaworski said Colin Kaepernick is the greatest quarterback he had ever witnessed after 1 year, and then it kind of fell off a cliff after that. I'm just saying, time will tell.
They are at you in these minutes.
Go for it. I know. It's all those dudes with their Loser M logo in their Twitter bio. They're all like dudes with sunglasses in their pickup truck. I will say,
let them live.
In the profile picture, I'll just say this. I didn't stay up to watch the game because unlike a lot of these Michigan mouth breathers, I have a job. So I had to get up early. So they wouldn't know about that. So that's fine. I'll take my medicine. It's all good. By the way, Arch Manning, another guy who gets by on moxie and name and not actual talent, he apparently could be injured. We will talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning, and hey, happy Tuesday. When it comes to the roads, we are noticing traffic pick up just a little bit for folks over in New Albany. Live looks here, 161 at 62. Just a lot more cars on the roads. Thankfully, though, no issues to report out in this area. No slowdowns, no crashes. Just a lot more people on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove. Not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows? Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price. Go Bucks. It's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90Nation to get your free quote today. That's 866-90Nation or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited time offers and experiences like our Ortianda streetwear collection, our new Tilvercod furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-fueled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Visit shelterinsurance.com to find an agent to help you pick a policy that's right for you. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
The Fan 2 is on the air. Catch the Bob and Tom Show in the morning and Jim Rome in the afternoon. And Buckeye stuff and Reds 2 in the NFL. It's lots of stuff. You get the picture. It's the Fan 2 live on 1460 AM, the Fan app, and the Fan's HD2.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and prevent storm damage. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget to stay nice and bundled up starting off the day. Wake-up temperatures will be in the 40s again with clear skies, but that turns into a warm afternoon with highs getting up right around 80 degrees with plenty of sun. For tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with our lows down into the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Extreme levels of coke going on this morning for a lot of us who doubted J.J. McCarthy. There's no doubt. Last night, he looked great. In the fourth quarter only, but that's when it matters, and he got the job done. Still, I stand where I stand, which is I don't think he's going to be that good. Eventually in the NFL, I think Kevin O'Connell's a god among quarterback workers, and I do think the Bears are the Bears. And before we get to this Arch Manning stuff, can I just say one more thing about Caleb Williams? That's one that I was right on. Like 100%. Because
you said that he wasn't going to be good.
We watched him in college. This is one of the things that bothers me about the NFL draft process is that 2 years before they even get ready to be eligible for the draft, you have NFL guys who will say, that's the quarterback in that class. Like that dude is going to be a dude in that class. And then for 2 years in college, everyone's like, yeah, he's the guy. Like they're doing it right now with Drew Aller. Have we not all watched Drew Aller play at Penn State? Have we not seen a guy who looks, he's fine. He's nothing great.
I think that what they do nowadays is NFL teams look at guys who has the measurables.
Yes.
You know, like I think Drew Aller's 6'4", 6'5". He's got this bigger arm. So people look at that and say, well, he has the measurables. He has the arm talent to do it. Maybe if we get with him and put him in our system and he adopts our system and plays within our scheme, he can make all the throws and we can make him look good. I think that's where we are when we talk about quarterbacks. There is no sure things anymore. You know, they just look at the fact, like Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams had great arm talent. He could thread the needle. He could make all the good throws. His only thing was he held the ball too long, you know, and he would do that scramble around thing. But the NFL probably said he literally has all the throws, and they was kind of comparing him a little bit to Patrick Mahomes as far as arm talent goes. So they looked at him and said, we can probably get him to play within our scheme. That's the same thing that's going on with like Shedeur in Cleveland.
Yeah,
like if they feel like Shedeur has all the talent in the world to be a really good quarterback, he just got to play into the NFL. He got to adapt the NFL scheme.
But one of those guys became a 5th round pick, and one of those guys was taken like 1st overall. So I'm just saying, like, that's the problem I had with Caleb Williams. It's not that I say when he was coming out of college, it's impossible he could be a good quarterback. But I think a lot of people who watched college football, and I don't mean watched a game or two or who like focus on the one game a week, but the people who watch USC football week in, week out, the people who actually paid attention to his career and said, all right, let's see what this guy can do. They came away watching him saying, yeah, I'm not sold on him as an NFL quarterback. I don't really get it. And yet there would be a highlight throw here and there where people would point to and say, oh, no, that's Caleb Williams, baby. That's it. And what I'm getting to is there's a little term that's used on the internet, I think disparagingly, and I think it's a funny term, called shieldies. Have you heard this?
No.
These are the people who are just like NFL honks. They only watch the NFL. The only reason they watch college is for NFL purposes. The Shield. They are shieldies. Okay. They don't watch college football like a college football fan.
Okay.
Those are the people who believed in Caleb Williams. Those are the people who looked at him and said, yeah, that's the guy in this draft. And then college football fans are sitting there going, yeah, I guess, maybe. But I'm telling you right now, we're doing that with Drew Aller. Like, that's your example in this current quarterback class with college football. People have decided Drew Aller's good for some reason other than what we've actually seen on the football field because of measurables, arm talent, all that stuff. And that's fine, but I need it to be proven on the field before I'm going to go with them.
Let me ask you this question. If we go back to that draft, obviously Caleb Williams was number 1. Outside of Jaden Daniels, because he's obviously the person that you would probably, if they was to redraft, they probably would take Jaden Daniels 1. Outside of him, who else would you have taken over him?
I don't have that. I don't remember who was in that draft.
Okay,
but here's
pulled up.
Go ahead, tell me.
Drake May. You got, I told you, Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Then it was Drake May.
Okay.
And it was.
Would we say Drake May's had a little bit better career than Caleb Williams to this point? I mean, is that?
It's been okay.
Okay.
Caleb has a lot more games played than Drake May, because Caleb started right away.
Yeah, I'm not trying to write off Caleb. I guess I kind of sound like I am, but I have not believed in him from day one. There's a chance he turns it around, I guess, but I understand if you're a Bears fan who's watched this for a couple of years now and said, yeah, I don't understand it. But go ahead. Who are the other guys?
Who else? Drake May, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix.
Okay. Well,
how many of those would you say, like, I'm taking them for sure over
You
Caleb?
know my feelings on J.J. McCarthy, but what we just saw last night was a guy who played one four-quarter span of football who looked like he progressed in that game more than Caleb Williams has over his time playing. Am I wrong?
That's not fair.
Okay.
I don't think that's fair. I think that Caleb's done a much better job not holding the ball as long as he did last year.
That's fine. And to be fair, that defense got after him in the offensive line with that.
He had 2 sacks.
No, but they were forcing him. He likes to scramble. Both those guys actually, that's a thing. Both of them wanted to get out and kind of scramble at times where I thought maybe they didn't need to. But yeah, overall, I'm just not convinced Caleb Williams is going to be the guy. And I wasn't I wasn't watching him in college. Like, I never thought he was worth a first overall pick. And I don't, to your point about which quarterback would you have rather had, that is such a dichotomy that I don't agree with. Because to me, there are other positions on the football field. And yet because the NFL is like, oh, if you find your quarterback, you fixed your problems. If you're a bad organization, that's not correct. If you're a good organization with a structure like what the Vikings have, they have a good coach, they have a really good offense, they have a lot of pieces and weapons, and they understand what they're supposed to do. You plug a quarterback into that, go look at the track record. You had Kirk Cousins look good in that system. I know people believe in Kirk Cousins. I never did. I never thought he was a special difference-making quarterback. That's why he's not in Minnesota anymore. They had Sam Darnold come in there last year, and he put up numbers, right? Like, ultimately, if you have a system for a quarterback who's talented or decent, they can thrive. But you can get the greatest quarterback of all time and put him on a terrible organization with no support, terrible coaches, bad offensive line play, no weapons outside. And that guy's going to struggle too. And I think that sometimes the focus is which quarterback can we get, where it should be, how can we build this team? And I think bad organizations keep making that mistake over and over and over again. They just look for the quarterback to save all the other math they did wrong.
Yes.
Let's hope this guy can just be the solve to that, where it's just plug in X and it works now. And that's the problem. So
you're not wrong. That's exactly what they think.
And that doesn't mean even Caleb Williams, maybe if he started with another organization, maybe he would look better than he does now. But unfortunately, you can't go back and do that.
I get what you're saying, but based off of what Tyvis asked, if someone told me that Caleb Williams would be last on their list of all the quarterbacks that went in the first round of their draft, I wouldn't argue with them. I'm not saying that's what I would say, but if they were like, hey, based off what we've seen on the field, albeit J.J. McCarthy only being one game's worth, Caleb Williams might be the worst quarterback to go in the first round of his draft, where he was the bona fide, no questions asked, first overall pick.
I just feel like every year we get sucked into this, which is the NFL draft must have a Hall of Fame quarterback in it, and it must be this guy. Like, we just start off there as opposed to saying some years they're just bad quarterback classes, or some years there are mediocre quarterback classes. I'm not even saying that year is, right? Because you said Jaden Daniels is in that class, and so far he looked pretty good through his 1 year.
What's crazy is it's always the second guy. Well, for the past couple of years, it's been the second quarterback taken that's been the better one, the best one.
But I just feel like the groupthink that goes around it comes a lot of times from guys who watch NFL. They watch college film to project them into the NFL, not actually watching the college football games and seeing all the other things that go with it. How many times did we see Caleb Williams doing the things he does now, where he runs around, he's getting tackled, he's almost falling to the ground, and then he tries to throw it and he makes a bad decision, and people say, well, if he cleans that up in his game. Yes, but he hasn't. Last night he was doing it again. And that's the part I don't understand.
Well, and I think that's the most frustrating part, is that these coaches try to get these guys to listen. Old habits die hard. It's hard to kill old habits. And anytime things start going sideways, people revert back to what they used to do. And I think that's where the disconnect with Caleb and the Bears is right now, is that no matter how bad you can't go back to doing what you. But I understand why. He was like, I used to kill doing this. This was my thing. I cleaned house doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
and they just can't get the fact that it's just not going to work in the league.
Yeah, but even there, you're right. I totally understand why guys can't get past that habit. All right. I didn't get to the Arch Manning audio. 2 minutes away. We will do that next and clip that. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a friendly reminder for folks who live over in Grandview Heights and are used to taking 670. If you're taking it in that westbound direction, do be mindful of some lane restrictions between Grandview Avenue and 70, an ongoing project out there. It is reduced to 2 lanes in certain portions. Started on Sunday, still will be lasting for about 8 days or so. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation, founded by Nationwide Children's Hospital, encourages grown-ups to teach kids mental health skills and coach them through emotional challenges, because kids' mental health starts with us. Find free clinician-developed mental health tools at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org. Your home, your comfort, your family, that's everything. Big companies shout, big ads scream, but trust is quiet. It's a tech who fixes instead of sells. A family business here since '66. Northland Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox Premier dealer. Honest comfort, real people, real peace of mind. Northland Heating and Cooling.
Wow, that nagging joint pain, you know the one. Sometimes it's from maybe years of hard work. Sometimes it's just an old injury that never healed right. I know I've got plenty of those. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for far too long. But that stops right now. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Wolkoff and his team are going to use regenerative medicine, just like I got, advanced cellular treatments that will help your body heal itself. It's going to restore the damaged tissues. It's not a cover-up for it. It's not pills, it's not scalpels, it's long-term lasting relief. So you don't have to operate your life around the pain anymore. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime, just smarter and natural ways to heal your body. Make sure you bring your MRI, bring your x-rays. They'll tell you if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. So just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or visit them at qckinetics.com/Columbus.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Oh! Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
It's a weird interaction with Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian. He's being asked by a reporter about the reports that Arch Manning is wincing when he throws, and maybe that's why he hasn't looked as effective early on this season. You'll hear the question and then Steve Sarkisian's weird answer right here.
Arch Manning seemed to be having some throwing pains by the
According to who?
Arch.
Arch said that to you?
No.
Oh, according to who?
It just looked like he was.
He doesn't have any.
Is there an explanation to why it looked like that?
I don't know. I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
What the hell are you talking about? Now, I will give the reporter could have asked that slightly more directly, where it never fails, man. Sometimes these reporters get in these press conferences and they're just like, sir, what did you see out there? And he's like, what do you mean, son? And he's like, nothing. And then he's crapping himself in front of Steve Sarkisian. But that question, if it was asked a little better, is like, hey, it looks like every time he throws, he winces. Can you confirm that? Is there any pain going on? Instead, Steve Sarkisian kind of avoids the question by saying, I've never filmed you when you're using the bathroom,
which tells me that that Arch is really hurt because he tried to avoid the question. Now it doesn't make sense why Arch would make painful faces like that if he wasn't.
There's an explanation. Oh, he's a Manning. They make stupid faces. There's memes of them everywhere. Have you seen the Eli memes? They just make dumb faces. They just look dumb
as they're throwing the ball
at all times, pretty much.
Okay, I mean that's you know what
you have to do. You'd have to go back and look at his face last year when he in those games that he was throwing. If he doesn't make any face, but now he's making the face, okay, that's obvious.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably a little bit of this being read into it. It does feel like it's feeding the narrative that Arch is secretly great. You just can't find the greatness, but the reason for that now is because he's hurt, and it's like. Maybe he's played 2 games of college football as a starter where he's actually the guy and this is his season. One of those was against Ohio State. One was against San Jose State. And the jury's still out on what he's going to be. How about that?
He's back on track, too.
Okay. No, I watched.
He's back on the road to greatness.
No, you were all up in the stats on that. And I was watching that game. He had some... when it came time to throw to guys who were wide open 30 yards downfield, I'll give him credit. He could find those guys. But when it was time to fit it into tight windows, he didn't look great. So I think there's a lot of questions left with him. Are you
saying that he's a jag?
I'm saying I have a lot of questions. I'm not, you know what? I'm not making any grand declarations off of a few games with him.
Look at this.
I'm not doing that.
Look at that is called growth. That right there is called
That's
growth.
not Drew Aller. I have made grand declarations about him not being any good.
But that's low-hanging fruit, though.
No, it's not. It's half the NFL mock drafts you read had him top 5. They're like, oh, Drew Aller, this is a draft.
I just told
Go
you.
Get him.
I already told you why that is.
I know. It's just, I'm saying I will give Arch time to show us that he's better because I'd like to believe he's the greatest quarterback since Peyton Manning. And then that would mean the Ohio State defense that shut him down is awesome. But so far,
I mean, that's
I haven't seen it.
That's already a fact.
They look great, right? But I'm just saying I would like it to be that he is that good. Speaking of that good, Hall of Fame good is something that I like. Tony Gonzalez was on Dan Patrick's show. He's, of course, a Hall of Famer in the NFL, played tight end, but he also played some hoops. Are you aware of the time where he played in the Summer League?
No.
With the Miami Heat.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So he was talking to Dan Patrick about this, and he made a bold declaration. Here you go.
Yeah, I could play in the league now, Dan. I could have played. Okay, how about that? You want to know what I got answered? I got answered. People say, you think you could have played in the NBA? I'm like, after that experience, absolutely I could have played. I wouldn't have started probably, but because I would have went from 1 for 7, I would have made that 3 or 4 for 7. And I still would have got those rebounds. So I think I could have been in that. I would have worked myself to my jump shot would have been a little bit better.
Could you have been like a Draymond Green?
I don't know about as good as him. You talk about a Hall of Fame player, but yeah, I think I could have played. There's no doubt about it. I know that I could have went in the league and got you 8 to 10 rebounds a game and got you 8 to 10 points a game. I have no doubt in my mind. Call me crazy. I could have done that.
Could be making $50 million a year in today's NBA with those numbers.
No.
He said 10 to 15?
Yeah. Now, he played in the here's the thing. He played in the Summer League in 2003, I want to say, with the Heat. And he played Pat Riley. He tells, if you go listen to the whole interview, it's actually pretty good. But he tells the story about how Pat Riley was like kind of coaching that Summer League team. And then halfway through the Summer League session, they switched over to Stan Van Gundy, like actually coaching the team. And Stan wouldn't let him play. And he said, well, what the hell? And so years later, they met up, and Stan Van Gundy, he asked him, he said, why did you not let me play in that? And he said, there were powers at work above your head and my head that called in a favor and said, no more for him. So probably his, NFL team, Chiefs, probably called and said, yeah, we don't want him getting hurt. But I mean, the fact that he grabbed 11 rebounds, he said he went 1 for 7. So he can get his jump shot off.
Hey, but he going to get 10 to 15 points, and he went 1 for 7.
He said if he could have worked at it to hit, if you can hit 3 threes, you could probably get 10 to 15 points. And if he's getting rebounds, he would have put stuff up under the basket.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's almost disrespectful at times as how we think it's easy to go to the NBA and get a bucket. Like, it's hard.
I agree with that.
Like we under the narrative that they don't play defense and all those things. No, I think it's much more difficult than you think. These dudes is like really, really good at their craft.
I know that.
So I'm not gonna sit there and say he couldn't get a bucket 10 to 15 tonight. I mean, why would you not be playing basketball if that was the case?
Because he was a Hall of Fame NFL tight end. That's a good that's not Hall of Fame numbers if you're grabbing 10
It's
to
not
15.
Hall of Fame numbers by any means.
I'm saying if you're playing in the NBA, you're not a Hall of Famer there. He made the right call by going and playing football.
I'm just saying he could have had less damage to his body if he
could have
got 10 to 15. He could be 6th man of the year, 10 to 15.
I have a few thoughts on this. One, the Gen Xers out there that are laughing at his Draymond Green's a Hall of Famer comment. If Dennis Rodman's in the Hall of Fame, Draymond Green is for sure going in the Hall of Fame.
I can't say Draymond Green.
Draymond is definitely going to the Hall of Fame.
100%. Yeah.
2, Unc. I actually have an uncle named Tony Gonzalez. Okay. We got the same last name, just not this Tony Gonzalez.
Right.
As the great philosopher Tyvis Powell would say, he's out to lunch. He ain't doing nothing in the NBA, especially nowadays. Like, He played power forward. 6'5" right now. 6'5" guys play point guard now. Okay?
Yeah, but also he's not talking about at 49 years old now going and playing. He's talking about when he played.
Even back then.
And he went and played. Back then, I
he
think
would have played power forward. You're telling me he was going to grab 10 rebounds against Tim Duncan? Is that what we're talking about here?
He didn't say he was going to box out Tim Duncan and be a Hall of Famer. He actually said, no, I couldn't be like Draymond Green and those guys.
He said he could get rebounds.
He don't think
he is.
But he got him. He got him in the Summer
League.
That's not nothing.
Yes,
That's
it is. Yes, it is.
That's something. Now, I don't know if he would have got 10 a night in the NBA. Yeah, I kind of doubt that too. But I do think he could have played professionally. Here's the thing. My question is this. Do you think Tony Gonzalez could have played professionally in the NBA as a bench guy, as a role player? Yeah, he's a great athlete. And I think he would have worked just as hard at that as he did the NFL. I don't think he would have been a starter. I don't think he would have been a star. I don't even know if he would have grabbed his, 10 or 15 a night and whatever rebounds. But, he probably could have played if he really wanted to. He just wouldn't have made the same type of money or had the same cachet or be a Hall of Famer. But that led me to this question. Who is someone that you think could have played in another, not in the NBA, who could have played another sport? Oh. Like a guy who was great at one sport.
Kyler Murray.
You think, Kyler Murray was drafted, right?
That's why I think
high draft pick.
I think he could have.
He may regret that he didn't by the end of it all because one of those sports puts a lot of wear and tear on your body. The other one signs guys, if you're any good, you can go make hundreds of millions of dollars doing that.
Well, apparently he suffers from he ate bad guacamole.
Heard about that.
He suffers from diarrhea. Right?
He said he had the runs before the game on Sunday. That's no good.
LeBron would be a better tight end in the NFL than Tony Gonzalez would be an NBA player.
I know
that's just easy.
I know.
Facts.
I definitely know LeBron.
You, first of all,
100%.
Hold on, wait a minute. You are
LeBron.
Now you're being disrespectful.
LeBron could have played in the
You
NFL.
gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop this, man. LeBron could have played in the NFL. He would not have been better than Tony.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying LeBron would be a better football player than Tony Gonzalez is a basketball player.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I take that. I agree. I agree with that.
But you agree LeBron could have played in the NFL?
Yeah, he could have played.
I think he could have. Absolutely. You know a guy who did this, who I actually we don't talk enough about.
Who played in the NFL and NBA?
Who could have played in the NFL but did play in the NBA. It's a guy who won a Heisman Trophy back in the day, Florida State, Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward was a, no doubt, great college football player. And we know sometimes the Heisman Trophy winners don't pan out when they get to the NFL. But he went and played for years with the Knicks. He played college football and basketball, went and played with the Knicks for many, many years, had a big NBA career. Wasn't the greatest player of all time, but that's a guy for sure that could have played in the NFL and just had to pick a sport. And I wish he didn't. I wish we could have a world where there's more Deion Sanders and Bo Jacksons and those type of guys. So, but yeah, if you have some of those, I'd love to hear them. At Bone and Tyvis 971. Who are some guys that you think could have made it in another sport if they really wanted to? We'll take some of your thoughts on that. Also, Morning Wood coming up next. The biggest questions of the day answered. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a friendly reminder for folks who live over in Grandview Heights and are used to taking 670. If you're taking it in that westbound direction, do be mindful of some lane restrictions between Grandview Avenue and 70, an ongoing project out there. It is reduced to 2 lanes in certain portions. Started on Sunday, still will be lasting for about 8 days or so. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
What's better than cheering the Buckeyes on to victory? Wearing our exclusive collection of OSU jewelry as you watch. Hi, this is Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We're an officially licensed jeweler of The Ohio State University, and we've created beautiful Buckeye jewelry that will last a lifetime. From Blocko earrings to Diamond Script Ohio necklaces, we've got luxury Buckeye gifts starting at $99. No matter where you're watching, show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, we've got a problem at Pella.
I like where this is going.
Because of Pella's reputation and quality, a lot of folks assume that we're out of budget.
Oh, that's too... Oh, I hate here.
But we've actually got 5 awesome window lines that fit any budget, from the $300,000 to the $3 million home, and far from the most expensive.
So you actually don't have a problem. Awesome.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Bob Yoakum, president of Rockford Homes, talks about what makes First Bank of Central Ohio different.
I would say it starts by caring. It starts by doing what you say you're going to do and following through on it. When you're talking about local, you're talking about relationships and people that matter to you. I don't care if that's personally or professionally.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This Reds Hall of Fame moment takes a look at the hit. The date was September 11th, 1985.
And here comes the main attraction. Rose walking toward the plate and trying to make history right here in the first inning tonight. And again, the flash bulbs go off all over the ballpark. He levels the bat a couple of times. Shao kicks and he fires. Rose swings. There it is! There it is! Get out! Get out! 70.
The Hall of Fame moment is brought to you by Western and Southern Financial Group. Put their financial strength behind you. Visit westernsouthern.com.
Hello, big voice guy here. I've been hired to tell you all about the Fans YouTube channel. Did you know you can immerse yourself in Buckeye goodness like Austin and Burb's daily podcast, The Beat? Yes, sirree, Bob. Subscribe today.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means three things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime and Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans, Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly. Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and football season is here at Columbus, and Germain Toyota of Columbus has the winning plays. Drive home a brand new 2025 Tacoma SR5, just $269 a month for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year. Or power up with the Tundra, now just 1.75 APR for 72 months. Don't wait. These deals, they won't last long. Stop by Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. We threw it out there in the last segment. Who are some guys that you think could have played professionally in another sport? You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. By the way, if you're a guy who says, man, I'm struggling right now, just not feeling it, maybe for you, it's like me. You've had struggles with weight loss. Your weight has been a problem your entire life. You've done the crash dieting. You've done everything you can, and nothing seems to work. I went to my guys at Columbus Men's Clinic, and I said, listen, I'm struggling with weight management. They said, good, we have solutions for that. I'm taking the semaglutide shots, doing that to help manage my weight. Already starting to see with results with that. And I've only been on it for a couple of weeks, but loving the results I'm getting from Columbus Men's Clinic. There's no guesswork, no gimmicks. I'm working with them to find a plan that works for me. After all these years of trying different things, now we are doing this, and it seems to be working. You can find the same results for whatever you're dealing with. Maybe it's weight management, maybe it's low testosterone, or maybe it's even erectile dysfunction. Whatever the case is, Columbus Men's Clinic has a solution that works for you and your budget, and there's none of that guesswork from going to the online places and just, well, I hope this works. I'm talking to someone I've never met. Columbus Men's Clinic, it's not like that. You'll meet with a professional who will help guide you through the process. 614-300-7400 to set up your consultation. That, with the blood work, is just $99. You can also set it up at columbusmensclinic.com. But either way, you go in person, you talk to a medical professional about what you're dealing with, and they find a solution for you. Columbus Men's Clinic, 614-300-7400 or columbusmensclinic.com. All right, it's time to get into Morning Wood.
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
Dylan Gonzalez, our producer. Morning Wood question number one, please, sir.
All right, so we talked about guys that could cross over and play another sport professionally, but out of all the people who have, who would you say is the best multi-sport athlete of all time? Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, or someone else?
Tyvis Powell.
What's your second sport?
Everything.
What are we talking about?
I got to hold on.
Speaking of that, was this a question about most delusional athlete of all time? Because you could be in the running for that.
I think it was Luke in the chat responding to you saying that people are acting like it's easy to flip over and play a professional sport. He said kind of like you thinking you could steal a base.
Oh, there we go. There's that.
I mean, you know what? Urban Meyer used to say this. He says some do and some don't. I'm definitely one of those doers. I'm just going to say that.
Can you answer the question?
Bo Jackson is the answer to the question. I mean, that's a guy that really could have been a Hall of Famer in two sports.
If the injuries didn't slow him down, you could be right. But I'll tell you, man, if Deion Sanders wanted to play baseball, he would have been a Hall of Famer. Tim McCarver aside, who would clearly disagree with that sentiment, in that World Series where Deion was playing both football and baseball and getting yelled at by everyone for daring to try to honor the commitments to both the teams that both signed up for that, He was the best hitter on that Braves team that lost. He had like 400 in that World Series. Everybody else didn't do their jobs, but it wasn't Dion's fault. Like, I'm saying, if that guy worked, and how many years did he play? He went on to play for the Reds for years. Like, he had a long, successful baseball career, which wasn't even his primary focus. He was a Hall of Famer at football. So, I mean, obviously, I think Bo Jackson could have been, like you're saying, he could have been great if the injuries didn't get to him.
No, he would have been.
But Dion we saw Dion do it, and I think Dion would have had, if he had just played only baseball, he would have been a Hall of Famer in baseball.
Not an acceptable answer, Michael Jordan.
That's right. Hey, he tried. Didn't work out. Morning with question number 2.
All right, you, especially T-Bone, seem fond of both these guys, so I'm going to ask you, would you rather start your franchise with Caleb Williams or J.J. McCarthy?
Do I have to? Oh, God.
I can't wait to hear this.
Well, you can answer it, too. Why do I have to answer everything?
I'm going Caleb, but good. Let's hear you. Oh.
You're going Caleb Williams. After last night, what am I supposed to say? I feel like J.J. McCarthy, I don't think either of them are great, but I think J.J. McCarthy showed you something last night that I haven't really seen from Caleb Williams, so I guess begrudgingly, I have to say J.J. McCarthy. I hate you for asking this question.
Who would you pick,
I really
Dylan?
hate this, Dylan. God, I hate that.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I would say Caleb Williams probably has the better future, I guess. I think.
Right. I mean, I don't know where the future. we always say that, but we never actually see it pan out. As much as I have no belief in J.J. McCarthy to be successful in the future, other than when he's playing with Kevin O'Connell's offense. But fine, whatever. We'll table that for now. Morning with question number 3.
All right, this question was inspired by a very questionable ESPN FPI that we'll probably get into later. But who would you put in your college football top 5 as of right now?
Like teams?
Yes.
I mean, I'll put 3 Big Ten teams there: Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon.
In that order.
LSU's really good.
I put Oregon above Penn State.
I would too. I would put Oregon above Penn State. I would probably put LSU second to Ohio State. Probably OSU, LSU. Then I'd go Oregon. And then I just got a bunch of I don't knows, like Georgia maybe at 5, Penn State at 4, and then I don't know. Maybe I'll throw Georgia in at 5 just because they have a track record. I don't even know what I'm saying because I don't believe in that. I don't like it when people do that. Miami's had the better resume so far this season. We'll find out more about Georgia this weekend, right? They play Tennessee, I believe. So that'll be a better matchup. But I guess I'll throw Miami in there at top 5 because they've actually done something slightly better. So
I'm going to go Ohio State, Oregon, LSU, Penn State. The Penn State thing, I'm losing faith in them.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
That's 4, and then my 5th would be.
See? Sucks. You know what? Screw it. Let's settle
You
this.
know what? I'm gonna throw one. I'm gonna throw them a bone. I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
Oh wow. You know what? I'm gonna take out Miami and Georgia from the running. South Florida, top 5. Why not? Let's go. It's early.
South Florida win this game against Miami.
They will be top 5. They should be in the top 10. They would be justifiably top 5 if the rankings mean anything. If
they beat Miami and they not in the top 10, the rankings is flawed.
What a start to a season if they go and beat Boise State, which clearly Boise State's not as good as they were, but they're a decent program. Every year they seem to get, a lot of talent there. They do pretty well for themselves. But if they beat them, Florida and Miami, start off the season, look out. That's a South Florida team that will be getting all the hype, as they should be, if that happens.
What I want to see for chaos' sake is them beat Miami, and then they just struggle in the American Conference after beating Miami.
That would be a shame. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be a shame.
No, but that is like why I watch college football, is for hilarious situations like that, where it's like this team beat all these other good teams and then goes and craps themselves in their not great division that they actually play in. Whatever. That'd be hilarious. The rest of the NFL is waking up to a fact that we already seem to know around here. We'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Tuesday. Well, if you're heading towards New Albany, do be mindful of a crash out there. The center lane is currently blocked on State Route 161, that eastbound direction just past Hamilton Road, causing a lot of delays and backups out there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
College is great. You know what else is great? Pizza, which you can buy with your Huntington Bank debit card with the Ohio State University logo. Huntington Bank is proud to be the official consumer bank of the Ohio State University. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the tin man.
Grocery shopping is a good deal better at Meijer with low prices on family favorites. Buy 2, get 1 free on fresh from Meijer small pack chicken, select varieties. California red or black seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound, and a double roll 4-pack of Meijer Ultra paper towels is just $5.99. It's flu season. Protect yourself with a flu shot. Available today at your Meijer pharmacy. Getting everything you want in just one stop. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Buckeye Country Superfest 2026 is back for one day only in Columbus, Ohio. Saturday, June 13th at Ohio Stadium, featuring Tyler Childers, with special guests the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, Sierra Farrell, Flatland Cavalry, and Caitlin Butts. Register for pre-sale access now at BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. Tickets on sale to the general public on Friday, September 12th at 10 a.m.
Get the MVP, more value price from Coghlan Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% financing on a new 25 Kia Sorento or 3.49% on a new 25 Telluride. Visit CoghlanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
Based on January to December 2024 retail sales, 0% for 48 months and 3.49% for 60 months equals $20.83 and $18.19 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. All qualified manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Hey, Columbus, it's T-Bone for Window Nation. Now is the best time of year to buy new windows. Whether you have old, drafty windows or maybe just the cheap builder's grade ones your house came with, September is the perfect month to protect your home against another cold, snowy winter. And right now, Window Nation is offering their most popular offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. You heard that right. Window Nation gives you the option to pay nothing until 2027. Are you a Buckeye fan? Well, when you replace all the windows in your home, Window Nation will also give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game. With Window Nation, you get top quality windows from a trusted company, and it's all at a reasonable price because they know replacing windows is an investment, and they want to make it affordable for you. Don't miss Window Nation's most popular offer. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. And remember, you'll pay nothing for 2 years. Hurry, Columbus, this sale won't last forever. 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com to get your free quote.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with 0 experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the Tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your Tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
Care Heating and Cooling,
Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The first Monday Night Football game of the season was a battle of two NFC North teams as the Chicago Bears hosted the Minnesota Vikings. Former Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy struggled for the first three quarters. McCarthy even threw a pick six in the third quarter that put the Bears up 17-6 after the PAT. But McCarthy would go on to throw for two touchdowns in the fourth quarter and run for another, leading the Vikings to a 27-24 comeback victory. And on the diamond, Cleveland Guardians pitcher Slade Ciccone took a no-hit bid into the eighth inning as the Guards rolled the Royals 10-2. Cleveland is just 2.5 games out of a wild card spot. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com.
Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Busy morning this morning. We have got Meredith Garfalo, Brianna Albizu, 10 TV weather and traffic, respectively. They're going to join us at 7:30. Apparently, Meredith, huge Browns fan, and she asked for time to speak about the Browns' loss from Sunday. So we're going to do that at 7:30. 8:30, Brett McMurphy's going to join us from On 3. We will have plenty of college football discussion with him. And I've also got Buckeye Country Superfest tickets to give away. If you don't know, Buckeye Country Superfest coming back to the shoe Saturday, June 13th, 2026. Next year's lineup includes Tyler Childers, the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, and many more. Tickets go on sale Friday, September 12th. Hey, that's this Friday at 10 a.m. For more info, you can go to BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. Here's how we're giving away the tickets today, Tyvis. You go to @BoneandTyvis971 on Twitter. The question I posed, which former pro athlete could you see going pro in another sport and being successful? You can put your answers there. The best answer gets the 2 tickets to Buckeye Country Superfest with one stipulation. You got to be following us at Bone and Tyvis 971, because if you're not, then we can't message you and say, hi, you won, congratulations. So follow us, send us your best reply to that. Winner gets 2 tickets to the Buckeye Country Superfest next year, and tickets go on sale this Friday. So good stuff. Tyler Childers, your guy. And go see him live. You and me.
What's the red pepper clay?
Red clay. No.
The red clay strays.
Yeah, the red pepper flakes you get when you go to a pizza place. That's who's playing. The red clay strays and Lord Huron.
The red clay strays.
Yeah.
Red hot chili peppers.
You know, fun fact. So last week when I was doing the tailgate show at Penn State, I was talking to my co-host Cam. And
on Big Ten Network.
Yeah, and she was talking about how her and her mom was going to Red Clay Stray. And when she said it, I looked at her and I said, why does that name sound so familiar?
Now you know.
And when you said it the other day, it just hit me like, there it is. I put it together. Yeah. So that's funny.
That's perfect. Yeah. You have to go a couple weeks. You got to go out to Oregon, right? For the Big Ten
I was supposed to go to Wisconsin and go pull up on Coach Vick, but
oh no, they're sending you out to Oregon.
They have pivoted.
We're pivoting to Oregon
next week, Oregon. So pray for me.
A little bit further of a flight.
Yeah, just a smaller, just a slightly longer flight out and back. Good luck with all that, buddy. Yeah. Does Eugene have a direct from here?
No.
You're not. So you got to transfer.
Got to stop at Denver or something like that.
I thought you just hopped on the PJ.
Yeah, Doesn't Cardell have a PJ for you to hop on? You can borrow that just like you borrow his Tesla. That'd be good.
I don't fly private. I'm not bougie like that. I fly commercial, and I sit all the way in the back by the bathroom.
Why?
Because that's where my ticket is.
Oh no, I upgrade. I have to go economy plus at least with the seatbelt extender because Bone's a big boy.
I don't want people to think that I think I'm better than them. Like that's not the case.
How are the flights in the NFL, by the way?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
You guys have like charters, right? When you play in the NFL,
yeah, they're chartered,
but it's still like a giant. Is it like a normal plane, or do they cut out all the seats and give you like tables and make it like Air Force One?
It depends on where you at.
How about? Did you get on a plane with Dallas at all?
Yeah, we went to Hawaii.
Was that the greatest flight you've ever been on?
No, you know what? That we had like the recliner seats and all that stuff, but the problem was there was no Wi-Fi.
Oh, right. That's so weird.
Like we had a 5-hour flight with no Wi-Fi.
I remember you telling me this once, and I thought
there,
that was so bizarre that Jerry wouldn't spring for Wi-Fi on the flight.
I was shocked. So I sat there and twiddled my thumbs for 5 hours.
You couldn't sleep or, I don't know, talk to your teammates?
They had their headphones on listening to music, and they went to sleep.
That's fair.
As we all know, I'm not a big nap taker.
I know, you're not. So something we all knew around here, Emeka Egbuka, good, right? Pro. Already, everybody said that here when, like, you talk to the coaches around Ohio State. He's a pro's pro. He's talented. He's going to be great. There's an anecdote that came out from Mike Evans. Now, I will say that I find the sourcing on this to be questionable because it's a website called, like, Joe Buck's. Not Joe Buck. That's wrong. It's like a Buccaneers superfan website that posted this, okay? But the basic tenet of this whole anecdote is that last Sunday in the game, Buccaneers at the Falcons, his first, game as a NFL rookie, he is in the huddle with Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, these dudes who have played a lot of football, and he looks at them and says, "Hey, you need to draw up. We need to run this play specifically because I'm going to
run a post.
I want to run a post, and I'm going. What do you say? I'm going to game it."
Something like that.
I'm going to game it. If you give me that, I'll beat whoever's covering me, and I'm going to score. And Mike Evans is like, according to this article, which the only place I've seen on it is a Buccaneers superfan website, but they have this quote from Mike Evans where they say he basically said, "I wish I was mic'd up so you could have heard this." Because Emeka Egbuka is a pro and he's asking for the ball, and then that was the play where he caught that pass over the middle, right in the end zone.
He ran a post.
Yeah. And I love to believe that story's true, but nothing would surprise me given I believe he did that last year in the national championship game too. There's anecdotes that he did the same thing where he said, we need to run this play, but not for him. That was for Jeremiah Smith, the one that went down the sideline.
Yeah, the 3rd and 11 that sealed the game.
Yeah, he said he basically pointed out their corners got inside leverage and we need to throw it outside, and that would have worked.
So basically, once Emeka's career is done, he's going to be a great offensive coordinator.
I mean, if these stories are to be believed, which I don't have any reason to not believe them.
Sports Illustrated also ran with this story. So
okay, so apparently, I'm looking at this website. It looks like it's
Joe Buck's fan is what it's called.
They say they're a bunch. Yes, it is. So it is Joe Buck's fan. I wasn't wrong. Yeah. Like which sounds like a hair plug website, like for Joe Buck, like specifically my guy. But whatever, good for them. And if that anecdote is true, that's amazing because does anything surprise you with Emeka Egbuka so far in his NFL career?
No, I mean that's the thing. He's very productive. When he went there, I said everybody said that's the perfect place for him actually because you got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin. You're telling me if he's operating as the 3rd guy, they're going to dice everybody up if that's the case. And on those particular plays, I don't even think Chris Godwin was on the field if I remember correctly when he had these plays. So he was the number. I don't even think Mike Evans might have been in on that play that he scored that touchdown. So he actually had a really good game, and he was probably the guy that they were looking after, and he still made plays. So, yeah, Emeka's going to be fine. We knew that. We knew Emeka was going to do really well. He landed in the right spot with Baker, who's been on fire these past 2 years. So he's going to get all his touches and all that. And as long as Mike Evans is still there, he's not going to be the guy that a lot of defenses think they have to, shift their focus to because Mike Evans is such a threat. And the guy's a walking Hall of Famer.
The question this morning, who do you think who was a pro athlete, former pro athlete that could have made it, maybe a current pro athlete who could have made it in another sport? John on Twitter tweeted us at Bone and Tyvis 971. Tony Gwynn and Kenny Lofton were solid basketball stars in college. Now, if you're younger, you may not know this, but Kenny Lofton was on a Final Four team, Arizona. Played on a Final Four team. So it doesn't mean that he would have necessarily been an NBA star, but he was good enough to play high-level college basketball, and we know what Kenny Lofton did with Cleveland, right? So obviously when he played baseball, he was pretty great. Tony Gwynn, I don't know if he still does. He, at one point, had the assist record for San Diego State where he played basketball. He was a point guard, obviously a little bit of a pudgy point guard, but he made it happen. So those are 2 pretty good suggestions there. I like that. I also like this one from Adam. Allen Iverson, he was an NBA superstar, but in high school, he was also a standout quarterback in DB. Scouts thought he had a legit NFL potential. His speed, vision, and toughness could have made him a star on the field, too. I would have loved to have seen it. What was he, 6'1"? Maybe?
Who was 6'1"?
AI? Was AI 6'1"?
I thought
maybe listed as 6'1".
I'm saying, like, and he maybe weighed $150 soaking wet. So in the NFL, certainly I could see him playing college football because everyone says he was an all-world football talent, but he just loved basketball. And
he played quarterback, right?
Yeah, he did, and turned out to be pretty good at, obviously, basketball.
He'd have been like Russell Wilson.
Yeah. You can tweet us those at Bone and Tyvis 971. Remember, those are for Buckeye Country Superfest tickets, too, so make sure you follow along. If you win, we'll send you a message. Bill Belichick says he's banned from the Patriots practice facility, so that's why he banned Patriots staff from North Carolina. That's fun. Now, the Patriots have been asked about this, and what do you know? Mike Vrabel responded. You'll hear all that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we do have some good news for our downtown commuters. Before, we were noticing a crash on 71, that southbound ramp at 70 westbound. It was closed for a little bit, but now that has since reopened. Unfortunately, though, we are still noticing some backups with that, especially all the way from 70 and that 71 intersection over by Old Town East this morning. Again, noticing those slowdowns out there, but the ramp is open this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save up to $30 on auto repair with the AAA Triple Play. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through September 30th. See store for details.
Need help with budgeting, debt, or savings goals? CME's certified financial counselors are here for you. Free, confidential, and ready to guide you with real-life solutions. Let's tackle your goals together. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org for additional details.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, you can save on red, green, or black seedless grapes. They're only $1.49 a pound with your digital coupon. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
That nagging pain, you know the one. Sometimes it's from years of hard work. Sometimes it's an old injury that never healed right. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for too long. But that stops right now. I'm Tyvis Powell, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Walkoff and his team use regenerative medicine, advanced cellular treatment that help your body heal and restore the damage in your joints. Not covering it up, not cutting it out. Actually helping heal and restore. And the results, long-term lasting relief. So instead of planning your day around pain, you're planning it around life. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no long recovery, just a smarter, natural way to get your freedom back. Check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your MRIs, your x-rays. They'll make sure you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on the Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show.
The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget to stay nice and bundled up starting off the day. Wake-up temperatures will be in the 40s again with clear skies, but that turns into a warm afternoon with highs getting up right around 80 degrees with plenty of sun. For tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with our lows down into the low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Coming up 7:30, Meredith Garfalo, Brianna Albizu, they will join us. 10 TV, weather and traffic. They will jump in and you hear them every day on the show, but they're going to pop in because apparently Meredith went to Meredith and Bree went to a Browns backers bar and watched some football over the weekend, and they have thoughts on that. Also, we're taking your tweets at Bone and Tyvis 971. Which pro athlete could have gone pro in another sport? You can tweet us those at Bone and Tyvis 971. You can follow us there too. Winner, best tweet of that, gets 2 tickets to Buckeye Country Superfest. Those go on sale this Friday, 10 a.m., BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. So Bill Belichick is up to he said this, apparently this report came out last week. We talked about it, that North Carolina had banned Patriots staffers from coming to practice.
Yes. And I said, why would he do something like that? Because you shortening players from getting drafted and stuff like that. But I said if they not ready, then that you actually helping them out. But
it doesn't sound like it's that.
Neither one. It's none of that.
It's pettiness.
Yes.
Here is Bill Belichick after their game. They played Charlotte over the Charlotte Flair. They actually played. Yeah, that's right. They played her over the weekend, and I guess they got the victory. Good for them. Anyway, Belichick was asked, "Did you ban Patriots scouts from UNC?"
Yeah. Well, no. It's clear that I'm not welcome there around their facility, and so they're not welcome in ours. Pretty simple.
Okay. All right, so we're letting petty personal vendettas get in the way of possibly having scouts recruit your players. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think that works well for you in the future. However, then Mike Vrabel, who has a weekly radio show on, I believe, WEEI in Boston. This is Vrabel's response to that. He was asked by the hosts, is that true? Is that what's happening?
Again, nothing surprises me. I would imagine that Bill, I mean, he came back for, the best of my knowledge, Tom's ceremony, so that I guess he's welcome back based on the fact that he was there. So I'll just go by that. Since his departure as the head coach here, he's been back, and I'll leave it at that.
He did go on to say, now his key card probably doesn't work, and like the fingerprint, you can't just like get in the building now, but that's normal. When you leave a job, right? They don't let you just have access to the building 24/7, but yeah. So
why would he think he couldn't go back?
I don't know. Because he's Bill Belichick, and he apparently...
But like they didn't even end... Did he get fired?
Yeah, I think technically he did.
It was a mutual parting of ways.
But
yeah,
but you won 6 Super Bowls there. You think they wouldn't let you back in the building?
Apparently something has happened that made him feel like he's not welcome there, which I find odd because... I mean, literally, Robert Kraft, either this week or last week, made a statement where he said, yeah, when he's all done coaching, we're going to have a statue ceremony for him. We're going to build a statue right next to Tom's, and we'll have one for him, too. Like, he's still coaching right now. I find that odd because you could still build the statue and have him come in the spring. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but I get it. They want to do it before a game. And you can't do that if Bill Belichick is coaching college football. He probably won't make himself available for that. But
also, there's crazies out there that think that Bill's going to end up back in the NFL. So that'd be awkward if you go coach, in New England and then your statues.
Like Bill Belichick from 10 years ago? Maybe, but you saw him in the NFL after Tom Brady. That didn't look good.
That was supposedly the whole reason why they changed his buyout to make it so it's only like $1 million because this was supposedly to leapfrog himself back into the NFL. That's what the
well, that was a bad plan because then if you go out and lose to Sonny Dykes in your first game, I don't think that necessarily proves that you've got all the NFL skill and you should be back there. But he can't stop losing. Did you see this story about the court proceedings? Yeah. So Bill Belichick filed, along with Miss Jordan Hudson, they together filed for a bunch of trademarks. Dylan, you're going to love this because this is something. You got
some examples of what they filed for?
I do. So the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office refused 4 trademark applications for Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson, saying that the phrases they attempted to trademark would cause, quote, a likelihood of confusion with previously filed trademarks.
Okay.
Now, this all sounds very boring, but here you go. Belichick, used to work for the Patriots. Mm-hmm. They trademarked a bunch of Belichick stuff when he worked for them, as is something that everybody, I'm sure right now Ohio State has Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, Jim Tressel trademarks on things, right? Because those guys worked there. They wanted to trademark some stuff in case they ever want to make merchandise and sell it with their names on it, whatever.
Okay.
Here are some of the things that Belichick and Jordan tried to do because Patriots trademarked the term the Bellustrator instead of the Telestrator. Mm-hmm. They trademarked that in 2009. They trademarked Do Your Job in 2013. They trademarked both No Days Off and Ignore the Noise in 2017, all under Belichick. Okay. Well, Belichick and Jordan Hudson filed for trademarks that are Do Your Job and then in parentheses, Bill's version. Like the Taylor Swift thing.
I love that.
They also did Ignore the Noise, Bill's version, the Bellustrator, Bill's version, and No Days Off, Bill's version.
Oh my gosh. I'm a fan of Jordan Hudson now because she clearly just got, she was motivated by Taylor's version of stuff, and she was like, this will work for us. But you know what they should have tried to trademark, and it would have for sure worked?
What's that?
We're not talking about this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They should have trademarked We're Not Talking About This.
Could have had that. Is anything like We're On to Cincinnati? Is that trademarked?
That would be a great
That's one
one
you
to
should trademark. Why
Yeah.
not? I don't know if he can now because that all happened with the Patriots.
I'm upset. I'm upset that they tried this. Bill's version.
That's stupid.
Man, what?
That's the great mind of Jordan Hudson. She said Taylor Swift did this. It worked for her. It will work for us.
I just want to remind everyone.
They shot her down with an AK-47.
I just want to remind everyone, Bill Belichick was the king of no distractions. No one is bigger than the team. No one should be doing anything that takes us away from our main goal. And yet all he's done at North Carolina is essentially everything that takes away from the main goal, everything that takes focus away from the team and puts it on him. And like you said, Tyvis, maybe that's because he knows the team he has assembled under his good friend Mike Lombardi, who is dumb. Maybe he knows this team sucks. But also, it also may be that his ego is so big now, and he's got a girlfriend who's like very much encouraging him to, be more of yourself. Maybe this is the Bill Belichick we all never saw behind closed doors. Maybe this is who he is.
I'm going to tell you right now, they need to figure this out. He better pray that they win some games. Because if this thing turns into a clown show, like...
Oh, I don't know what do you mean by turn? It has started and continues to be a clown show in Chapel Hill with the football program.
The circus is here, Tyvis.
You remember how I said when I had got out of the NFL, I went to the CFL, and I told myself if I can't make it in the CFL, that I can kiss the NFL goodbye. And once I got cut from the CFL, I knew it was done for me. If he can't make it work in college... It's done. Especially when Matt Patricia is doing his thing over there with the Buckeyes. They're going to be like, Yeah, we'll hire Matt back. You as a head, never.
I told you, we looked through this before. If you go down the list of all the North Carolina coaches, Mike Lombardi is a good friend of Belichick's going back to their days, I believe, in Cleveland.
So this is why you don't hire your friend.
So he's hired a buddy
you don't hire your
30
friend.
years ago might have been good at his job, but isn't now, to run his college football program. He's their GM of their team. Then Mike Lombardi's son is on the staff. Belichick's kid is running the defense, and I believe another one of his sons is another position coach.
He's doing all the things that you're not supposed to do when you empower.
One of the most failure coaches in college football history, Bob Diaco, is on their staff. He has assembled a bunch of losers and never-weres to run his coaching staff and pick his players, and he's shocked that it isn't going well. And he has no motivation to make this work other than, I got to prove to everybody that I'm better than I was in the NFL. But I guarantee you in his head, he thought, this will be simple. This will be easy. I'm going to come in as a big NFL coach, and I'm going to show him what's up.
You know when it gets simple? When you get the first thing, the quarterback.
Don't have that.
You do not have that. And it's going to be some time where you're going to have to throw a lot of money at people to get them to come to this.
And by the way,
Bill's version. Bill's version of North Carolina.
Tom Brady, Bill's version.
I can't believe this. I can't believe they tried this.
Dude, I'll tell you this right now. I'm looking at his schedule. So they host the Richmond Spiders this weekend. All right. They might get to 2-1.
That's big time ball.
Then they play UCF. Isn't Scott Frost back there now?
Yes.
Let me tell you right now, Scott Frost is already scheming up for this one. He's licking his chops to get a chance at that Belichick defense. Steve's version, I believe, is what they labeled that one, because it's not good. Then they host Clemson October 4th. That'll be a loss. Then they play at Cal. They play Virginia. They play Syracuse, which, by the way, I saw Syracuse was running wind sprints after their game because Fran Brown, I believe, isn't he still their head coach?
Yes.
He was pissed off about how they performed. So
they barely beat UConn.
Every team I just mentioned, their coaches are like, oh, we got Belichick on the schedule. We have to get a win on Belichick. They are not going. I would be shocked if they win 6 games.
What is his contract? Is this like a long term?
All I know is it's a $1 million buyout.
Out.
That's all that matters, Tyvis.
He can get out of it. They can all part ways at the end of the season for basically nothing if they want to. So that is my prediction.
I'm going to tell you right now, after everything that went on this offseason, they absolutely blew it game 1. They really did. They had all the world watching. And if they would have just won that game, people would have been high on the program. The fact that they got embarrassed like that,
it wasn't.
I don't even care. I can care less about UNC. They're irrelevant.
One, I can't care more about them than I do right now because I am all in on watching Bill Belichick chew nails as his team celebrates a touchdown in the fourth quarter when they're losing by 30, where they're down 30 and they score a touchdown and then they jump around, do a big celebration, and they cut to Belichick just fuming. That's all I'm living for right now. That's the number one thing I want to watch. That Clemson game, I don't care what else is going on. I will be locked in watching that.
I could see them losing 6 games this year.
Ernest P. Worrell, a.k.a. Dabo Swinney, giving it to Belichick by 30 will be the funniest thing I've ever watched in my life. And I hate Dabo Swinney, but I will love watching that. That will be hilarious. All right, 2 minutes away, Meredith Garfalo and Brianna Albizu. You will hear from them in the break, but then you will also hear from them when we come back. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still looking pretty slow for our folks in New Albany this morning. That's because we are still watching a crash on 161, that eastbound direction, just past Hamilton Road. A center lane was blocked, which caused a lot of those delays this morning. So far, it's been moved over to the left shoulder. That is some good news there, but still an active police presence as workers work to clean up the scene this morning. Travel time still not good, 16 miles per hour out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Double your Keno booster automatically every Tuesday in September between 4 and 5 p.m. with Keno Power Hour Double Booster. Play Keno with Booster between 4 and 5 any Tuesday afternoon in September, and the booster value will be double. You could boost your winnings up to 20 times all September long. Learn more at ohiolottery.com/Keno Power Hour. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hey guys, it's D. Miller. Synergenics and Low T Center are the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. They provide you with the most medically driven, results-focused, and winning approach to restoring the quality of patients' lives through hormone care. If you notice that you're getting older, more tired, not motivated to do anything, it's not just aging. It's a physical and mental change to your body. Testosterone can help. Real patients tell us every day that they got their energy back and doing better than ever. It all starts with a quick test at the center. The on-site labs make it easy to get results in about 20 minutes. If you want at-home treatment, they'll educate you on everything you need to know to treat yourself at home. For a limited time, visit any Synergenics or Low T Center for a free hormone consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win either autographed sports memorabilia or maybe a pair of tickets to a major sporting event in town. Restore your energy like a pro with Synergenics and Low T Center. Book your appointment now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your balls!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
You might have old drafty windows in your house that are just letting the air in, and that's not good. That's not helping your temperature in your house stay what you want it to be. Or maybe you bought a brand new house and you're like, I have a new house. I don't need new windows. And then you sit next to them or you stand next to them and you say, wait a second, I can feel a draft coming in this way too. Because those are just cheap builder grade windows. You need quality windows to keep the air, the efficiency that you want in your house. That's what you get from Window Nation. High quality, energy efficient windows that go through a 50-point inspection before they even leave the factory. Plus, Window Nation, they have some tremendous deals right now. This month, you buy 2 windows, you get 2 for free. Make no payments for 2 years. Won't have to deal with monthly payments, a down payment, or interest until 2027. Plus, they're a proud partner of The Ohio State University and Window Nation. If you put a whole house full of windows in your house right now, they will give you this month 2 free tickets to an upcoming Buckeye game. So check it all out today. Set up your appointment. Find out what windows you need in your house from Window Nation. They've got a great selection and, again, some great deals. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. It's fast, free estimate with the pros at Window Nation, and they're ready for you now. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. I'm still going through some of these mentions we have at Bone and Tyvis 971. People talking about which players would have been successful switching to another sport if they had chosen to do so. SF says Antonio Gates never played football in college at Kent State, only basketball. So the NBA could have been for him. Browns missed a kid on a player in their backyard. Well, that's true. But I know he had talked about, he had stories with like the coaches who, you know, kind of convinced him to play football and having the connection to the Chargers. But would have been nice if he could have played
because
there.
He went to Michigan State and they wouldn't let it. Mike, wasn't it Nick Saban, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm pretty sure we talked about
That's
that.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Told him
Yes.
not to play.
That's right.
He should play basketball.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Because, he wanted to play
DN.
Yeah, I believe you're right. But, yes, he wanted to convert him from a tight end to a DN.
Yeah.
And then Antonio Gates was like, I don't want to do that. So he played basketball. And then Brian said, my vote is Brock Lesnar. Freak athlete, NCAA national champ, UFC heavyweight champion, walked onto an NFL practice squad with little to no football experience, athletically is successful with anything he puts his mind to. That's true. And I want to say his daughter is like a champion track and field shot. She does like shot put and stuff.
Shocked by that bit.
Yeah,
And
so that
he could not deny her as his child if he wanted to.
Really?
No. They bear a family resemblance. Let's put it that way. They definitely do bear a resemblance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's like there wasn't even another person involved.
Yeah.
Eric says, I bet Cardale Jones would have made a heck of a pitcher throwing like 105.
I think Cardale actually was a pitcher at once upon a time.
I was going to ask you. I don't know that about his career.
Cardale started his career as a left tackle. Did you know that? When he was in like Muni League playing football, he was a left tackle.
I mean, he's a pretty tall guy, pretty big guy.
I wish I would win against Cardio as a left tackle because I would have went right around here. I had a bink went right around here.
Yeah, that would.
But he claims he was actually a decent pitcher. Actually,
would you rather go from tackle weight to quarterback weight, or do the opposite, like what you're doing, from safety weight to linebacker weight, and then like maybe you'll be to defensive lineman weight here in a couple of years?
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him, man? Is he crazy? First of all, I'll have you know, I'm on a strict diet.
Oh, good.
I'm on a strict diet that started yesterday.
Did it start yesterday right before you went to bed? So it technically hasn't started yet.
Yesterday I barely ate. I had a salad from Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
I had a Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A.
That's what everyone. That's what everyone goes to Chick-fil-A for.
And then I had a poke bowl for dinner. So like, yeah. So like I
don't think I've ever had a poke bowl.
I've been just drinking water outside of that apple juice I had. I've been drinking water. You know what I'm saying?
You. That's nice.
I was when I did the tailgate show. The wrestler told me I need to drink more water and more electric lights. So
see, there you go.
I'm gonna try to take his advice.
That's
see
good
if I
for
can
you.
Cut some weight.
T-Bone, you're not missing out on the poke bowls, by the way.
Okay, fine. That's good to know. Meredith Garfalo, Brianna Albizu have joined us here. 10 TV, weather, and traffic, respectively. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks
you
for
guys are
popping in.
talking about food again. I'm like, gosh, it always makes me hungry when we come on the show.
No, we were talking. Dylan just tried to fat shame me.
What?
Yeah, he did. Dylan lost his mind. And I was explaining to him how I'm on this strict diet where I'm not really eating that much.
Yeah,
so.
all I heard was water. Good for you.
Water and
apple juice.
I had some apple juice today. And I only ate like 2 times yesterday.
See, some people say apple juice and they mean like an alcoholic beverage, but you actually don't drink. So that's when you say apple juice.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. So you never heard somebody say like, oh, yeah, I'm having an apple juice. And it means they're having a beer. Never heard
I've
that?
never heard of that.
No.
Apparently, this is just me and my drunk friends. That's fine.
I thought you was talking about like an Angry Orchard or something like that.
Oh, those are good. I do like
wouldn't
those.
know.
Apple cider.
Yeah. Now, I heard you guys went to watch a Browns game at a Browns bar or just a bar?
Just a bar.
Just a bar.
Okay.
Just a nice sports bar over here in Grandview Heights. And we got a couple people together from work, and we were just like, let's go watch and just go through this together.
It was an experience, let me tell you, because watching this game with Meredith, a huge Browns fan, she was stressed. Rightfully so. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Passion, both teams. It was something.
Now, Meredith, as the Cleveland Browns fan,
she'll say something different, I'm sure.
She's so sunny and cheerful about it.
We've been through a lot of ridiculous losses. Where does that one, like for you? How does
You
that?
want my honest opinion?
Out of scale it out of 1 out of 10, 1 being like, oh, that's not that surprising, to 10 being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did this. Where did that fall?
I can't believe they did this. I'd say I have to be up to like an 8 or 9 because that was ridiculous. All right, let's be honest. If I'm going to be out here with this, I mean, Butterfingers, let's go. These are professional athletes. How many of those passes did we drop? I mean, you have Joe Flacco, who came out, who did everything he said he was going to do as a leader for the team. And then you have that circus there. Then you also have, what else was my favorite part? Oh, the kicker. Like, what happened to Dustin Hopkins? Like, I don't understand this.
You rather Dustin Hopkins?
Well, he had a better track record than this kid.
So
this
he's
kid,
1 for 3, this guy.
This kid has not, this was his first regular season NFL game. He's kicking.
Okay, maybe I should have grace, but I guess the Browns fan in me brings out the dog from the dog pound.
This guy went undrafted out of college for 2 years, and then the Browns were the only team that gave him a job. So that, to your point,
that's not true.
What am I saying? He
was on a practice squad with somebody, and then they cut him. Then he went to the UFL where he had a really good season in the UFL.
That's the
and
UFL.
Then he came to the
great.
NFL.
That's great.
I'm just laying out the facts. I'm just telling you what it is.
It's not real. Can't believe in that. How do you do it in an NFL game?
You know who else came?
Screwed us over.
You know who else came from like the UFL and had a decent track?
Who's that?
Philip Walker, PJ Walker, when he came to the Browns. He had led the UFL and like passing touchdowns and yards.
You're talking about these guys.
He won like 5 games for the Browns.
You're talking about PJ Walker like he's in Canton. You're talking about him like he went to Canton. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Just saying.
What are we doing here?
Just saying.
So what was the mood like once the kick didn't go through? Then how did things?
She had to hold me back because I was just like, what?
No. It was
and then the second one, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? what am I watching? High school football?
So I think there's high school kickers that could have done a better job, to be fair. But you're right. That's exactly right.
Y'all got to stop this, man.
Okay, Tyvis.
Yeah, what bad game?
Please let us know. Meredith, is she a swearer when this stuff happens, or is she pretty chill? Does she keep it together?
Be honest.
Honest.
I think because we were in a public bar, I think if it was different, we were home. But she actually kept her cool. She was frustrated though. I could see the worry on her face. She was just what are we doing? And so I'm over here, the consoling friend. It's okay, you know. But she did not swear. I think she kind of kept her cool. We also had a couple people that recognized us from the bar, so that was really important.
Well, that's because the promo was going on because CBS was on. And all of a sudden, we're sitting there, we look up, and it's there's the morning team. And then the people next to us were like, we love watching you guys. That was actually entertaining. I mean, we were dressed down, too. We weren't like our normal TV styles. I think that was the fun part.
Brianna, you watched the Ohio State game,
yeah,
right?
I know. Talk about different games here now.
You see why everybody goes crazy for the Buckeyes around here, and then when it comes to the Browns, they're
My question for you is, when they played camp, did you sing along with? How was the atmosphere when they played Ohio by camp?
Oh my gosh! I mean, electric. It's something that I've just never experienced before. I tell people all the time, I originally wanted to go to UGA for school and I didn't get to go. Mm-hmm. And so not having that Bulldog experience, it's exactly what I wanted when I went to OSU. Just Ohio State, going to the game there, it was
I've been to Athens. You didn't miss much.
No,
you're good. Columbus is way better.
Yeah, it worked out in my end. I say I'm from Georgia State, so I'm I just went to the wrong state university.
That's all right. Georgia State pulls some upsets every now and then.
Our football team was.
We like Georgia
it,
State.
So.
No, but every once in a while they do something fun.
That's good. An honorary Buckeye.
Well, I'm glad you got to go to a Buckeye game.
Yeah.
And hopefully you had a good experience with
Absolutely.
that. Maybe you guys can go up to a Browns game. And then, Meredith, is that where you
it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to plan a road trip.
Which one are you going to go to?
I don't know.
That's
obviously one that,
that's winnable?
Winnable and at 1 o'clock so we can go and get back.
So you'll go in 3 years when they're actually good again? Is that what we're talking about?
You got to stop this.
I know. Actually, I do have to say, it is one game. I have fully gotten over it, and I'm ready for the Ravens because the Ravens also lost their first game by 1 point. I think there's some hope for Saturday or Sunday.
I appreciate the optimism. I don't share it, but I am glad you have it. That's
well, somebody's got to do it.
Cop over here.
I know plenty of Brown season ticket holders. In about 2 months, they'll give you guys some tickets.
Oh my gosh!
Perfect.
Yes.
Are you going to hold true to that? Because Bree and I are marking this down now.
I mean, they just get rid of it. They just get frustrated. The team's 1-7, and they're like, I don't want these tickets anymore.
We are literally doing the Browns carousel. You start off, you say you Monday come around, you're mad at the fact that they lost Sunday. Tuesday come around, you get a little more optimistic. Wednesday comes around, it's like, okay, we actually got a chance. Thursday, you're like, we're going to win this game. And then by the time we get to Saturday, it's like you are fully invested that the Browns are going to turn this thing around, and then Sunday they lose, and then the whole thing starts over again.
I cashed in my tickets on that ride a long time ago. Now I just sit in oh yeah, look at that. Look at all those people waiting for the ride to crash. That's fun. I'll be over here waiting for it again to fail, as it always does.
A realist over here. Oh my gosh.
It's been a long. Look at all these gray hairs. It came from watching the Browns. It came from watching the Browns.
Good to know.
I agree.
Last thing, weather-wise, how we looking the next couple days?
Oh, my God. It's rinse and repeat. I'm so bored right now with my forecast. I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, we're going to have sunshine in 75. I mean, literally, it's like California weather. I mean, the bad thing is we could be, the drought situation could get a little worse. So that is a concern. But for anybody that wants to be outdoors, it's going to only be in the 80s by the weekend. I mean, Buckeye forecast for Saturday, just a preview right now, is looking nice and warm for the game and dry.
And how is 71 today?
It's great. You should have no problems. All roads are clear.
We actually, Brianna Albizu just comes in to give Tyvis his personal traffic update.
What does that look like?
71, no, she told me that it was a traffic jam when I was walking out of here, I about had a heart attack.
And it cleared up by the time you got there. So look at that.
Win.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to hear you guys the rest of the morning. Thank you guys again. 10 TV as well. You can check them out. We'll let you guys get back to work. When we come back, one of the Buckeyes got a nice award for his work over the weekend. I'll tell you who and what he got next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey, some good news for folks in New Albany. We just had a crash clear up on 161 in that eastbound direction, just past Hamilton Road, where center lane was blocked initially, caused a lot of backups this morning. But again, all clear now. Time saver traffic maps looking good and green this Tuesday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 for Kids.
1-877 for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there is a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
Your new Columbus home for the Jim Rome Show is the Fan 2.
Catch the live experience weekdays from 3 to 6.
Just one requirement. Have a take and don't suck. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Jim Rome Show.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. You know the savings are so good. Great cars, great deals, Great Lakes. GLakesHyundai.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Love a protein donut. Delicious. So good. Minus the protein. I'm with what the intro said. T-Bone and Tyvis, you can get our podcast wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It'll come to your device free of charge every single day. You won't have to think about it, especially if you hit subscribe, follow, all of that. We will have that for you. And then every show for free, right to you. Every morning. If you don't get up at 6 o'clock, that's okay. You can hear the start of the show every day on your podcast device. Also, today coming up at 8:30, we're going to talk to Brett McMurphy from On 3, talk some college football. If you're not able to listen to that, the podcast will have that too. It's all there for you. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis on your favorite podcast app. So Julian Sayin was named Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Nice honor for him. Well-deserved. He obviously, I mean, you throw one pass that doesn't end up in a Buckeye's hands, ends up in a Grambling player's hands, but none of those passes hit the ground, which is
very impressive.
I'm not saying
the pick is impressive.
I'd rather have the incompletion than the pick, but fine. Either way, over 300 yards. It was easy for him because of probably who the opponent was, but also because he's been really sharp these first two games. So, I think they can give him a lot over there. I think he's ready to handle about anything they want.
Well, they started off with the training wheels, and, I think even in that game, a lot of fans was like, yeah, he definitely is. He definitely can do more. And then they kept putting more on his plate this past weekend. He handled that perfectly. I thought he was hitting guys in stride. He was hitting, the Will Kazmarek was a dime. I know they probably busted the coverage on JJ's touchdown, but he was able to get him the ball and see that long touchdown. So I think that this is something that just continues to grow. They got OU this week, continue to put more on his plate. You never take it back, because when you get into Washington and you get into conference play, you want to be able to throw everything out there. You don't want it to be, we hadn't gone over this with him yet. You might need that play to be the difference in the game. So, yeah, I think he's progressed perfectly, and that accuracy is ridiculous. He is right up there in my books with Justin and CJ, when it comes to, ball placement and things like that.
I think it was Bo that had Austin Ward on yesterday that he said that this schedule was kind of perfect for the Buckeyes because they had the whole camp to prep for Texas. Then you have Grambling, Ohio bye week, and then you get into the Big Ten Conference play. It's kind of like if you were to map out a schedule for this season, that would probably be the way you wanted it with your arguably your most important game one, and then 2 tune-ups, and then a bye week going into Big Ten play.
Well, and not just a bye week into Big Ten play, but a bye week into your first road test, where I'm not going to say Washington is the toughest environment to ever play in. Full disclosure, I've never been there, but watching on TV is how
Washington Stadium?
Well, no. What I'm saying is it is loud, supposedly, by everybody who says they've been there, right? Yeah. So I'm saying it's not a nothing road environment to go into. He gets 2 weeks to get ready for that, right? So that is helpful. It's not like you're playing, let's say, your Illinois game, where that could be a very physical game, a tough matchup. Their defense is not bad. And then right after that, you have to go for your first road game. They have basically, a month of tune-ups after that Texas game to then get ready to go to play Washington in a tough environment, but probably not the toughest one he's going to ever face. So that's also a good tune-up for his road test. He gets a nice road test to start off as a starting quarterback and hopefully plenty of time to prepare for it. So I think that's going to be a good thing.
Let me look at this schedule to see what will be his toughest road environment. Washington, Illinois.
Team up north?
There's that.
I guess that would be the answer.
Yeah. That's
Wisconsin would be nice. I feel like Illinois is just okay.
It's windy. Gonna have to worry about the wind. Yeah. I don't know if they'll be able to. They have to get giant those airboats they have down in Florida that you ride around the swamp in. They'll put those all around him as he's throwing in practice, just to simulate the wind of Illinois.
You know what though? If the noise becomes a problem for him, there's always a way to get that noise out.
How's that?
You go out there and you just start throwing dimes and throwing touchdowns, and it's 21-0. Oh, they'll sit down.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say steal signs.
Oh yeah, you could do that too.
Steal signs.
There's only one team that does that.
We don't do that.
Allegedly.
We have integrity around here. No, you go out there, you run the score up pretty quickly and take the fans out of it, and then they'll sit down.
Speaking of sign stealers, J.J. McCarthy looked good last night in the fourth quarter only, but you know what? That's the one that counts, much to my chagrin. And I've been hearing about it on Twitter all day because I had a little tweet last night that said the Michigan sign stealing scandal is somewhat tied to J.J. McCarthy. And now I got all these Michigan fans. They had nothing to say for 3 quarters. And then that fourth quarter, though, he showed up. He played well.
Let me ask you, when they play next week, are you going to be rooting for the other team?
The Vikings?
Yeah, when the Vikings play the Falcons next week.
Oh, yeah, Michael Penix. Let's go. Full extension. My guy. We're here. We're in. Love it. Go out there and get those touchdowns. Stretch for the end zone.
So when will it become a point where, what does he have to do for you to be like, you know what? He's actually a really good NFL quarterback.
Win the MVP. I don't know. No, man, I get it. Look, here's the thing. The problem that J.J. McCarthy has, and this is not a bad problem for him. This is just he doesn't care what I think. But for me to acknowledge that he's a good quarterback, the problem is I've seen so much of Kevin O'Connell now. Like, he took Kirk Cousins and gave him some of his best seasons.
So
there.
let me get this right.
Sam Darnold was nothing. He comes in there yesterday or last year and throws for 4,000 yards. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that J.J. McCarthy has looked good in that system through, again, one game, one quarter, essentially. But, yeah, it won't surprise me if he has a decent year this year.
In your mind, what you're saying is he will be like a Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Because
that's probably his ceiling.
Until he separates from Kevin O'Connell and does it on his own, you will always give the credit to Kevin O'Connell.
I mean, I'm going to, and his wide receivers, who are tremendous. Yeah. And they play in a dome, so that probably helps too. They didn't last night, but, he's going to have some dome games. They're going to be awesome.
That's sad. You willing to die on this hill.
Wide receivers are suspended.
Yeah, I know. And he's still, look at that. But that's how good their wide receivers are, that even with the suspension, they're still that great that they lifted him up last night. That Michigan man, the cheater. Anyway, yeah, I have nothing I can say about that other than he looked really good last night in the fourth quarter. And I thought when he threw the pick six, I thought that was it. I was like, oh, there we go. He's cooked. He's done. This is it. Put a fork in him. Instead, fourth quarter, the temperature was rising and he rose to the challenge. So I have to give him his credit for that. Much as I hate to do so, I will. Nick Saban has a new excuse for why the SEC is down. We will talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No crashes to report as of right now, but we are noticing some major slowdowns, especially for folks over in the east side this morning. Bryce and Reynoldsburg, if you're taking 70 in that westbound direction towards the city, do be mindful of some backups out there. Lastly, for folks in Canal, Winchester, and Pickerington, still pretty slow for your Tuesday commute. 33 westbound, particular portions. If you're heading into the city, Gender Road, Hamilton Road, really backed up this morning, looking at 10 mile per hour travel times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Toyota has more all-wheel drive or electrified hybrid choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through September 30th, get a new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander with 4.75 APR financing. Or you can get 5.75 APR financing on hybrid models with approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Hub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at ColumbusMen'sClinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Tailgating, hiking stadium stairs, going out after the games. It's a great time of year. It's also the time of year I'm on my feet a lot. And there won't be a time when I don't have my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store in my shoes. They make all the difference for me. They help my feet, my hips, my back. They're not just like regular insoles. They're designed so I get firm yet flexible function. They actually correct poor foot biomechanics and give me even more comfort. The fitting process is simple. From the moment you walk in, the Good Feet store will personalize the process. From the pain that brought you to them in the first place to your lifestyle needs. They'll properly measure your feet and arch size. Then take the free test walk. If you love them, wear them home like I did. Your new arch supports will help you begin living the life you love without your feet getting in the way. Just stop by the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City and learn more at goodfeet.com.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Right now in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The first Monday Night Football game of the season was a battle of two NFC North teams as the Chicago Bears hosted the Minnesota Vikings. Former Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy struggled for the first three quarters. McCarthy even threw a pick six in the third quarter that put the Bears up 17-6 after the PAT. But McCarthy would go on to throw for two touchdowns in the fourth quarter and run for another, leading the Vikings to a 27-24 comeback victory. And on the diamond, Cleveland Guardians pitcher Slade Cecconi took a no-hit bid into the eighth inning as the Guards rolled the Royals 10-2. Cleveland is just 2.5 games out of a wild card spot. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. We all love the word free, so does Awaken 180. Medication-free, side effect-free, and free support for life. Awaken180weightloss.com.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Extreme coping going on today with the J.J. McCarthy fourth quarter from Monday Night Football last night. Vikings beat the Bears 27-24, though the scoreline, I mean, they went up 10. The Vikings did. The Bears came back with a late touchdown. I'm not enjoying that. As a noted J.J. McCarthy doubter, this is not a great start for his NFL career, for me personally. Tyvis, though, you've always believed in him. You thought he was great.
No, I didn't. No, that's not what I said. What I said was when he got drafted to the Minnesota Vikings, I said that was the perfect place for him because I thought what his scheme and his offensive scheme at the Wolverines fit exactly to what Minnesota does. They like to run zone and they like to run play action off a zone, and I thought that would be the perfect place for him.
Here's what I know. Kevin O'Connell can make anybody look good at quarterback, and he did last night. Good job, Kevin O'Connell. You are the quarterback guru. A guy who never needed a quarterback to win, Nick Saban. He had some comments about the SEC. So he and Pat McAfee, of course, now are on game day, but that means now Nick Saban, hilariously, will show up on Pat McAfee's show, his radio show, which is goofy and like the opposite of everything Nick Saban is. And I always enjoy when the two of them are on together because it's just two completely different sides of the coin.
Yeah, yin and yang.
Yeah. He said this, though, about what's happening with the SEC when it comes to money and the Big Ten and all the millions of dollars the Big Ten has to throw at college recruits. He said this. Kids grew up wanting to go to LSU, Bama, and Georgia. Got the money now. They don't mind going to Ohio State. They don't mind going to other places. So that geographic advantage that the Southeast Conference may be changing a little bit now with the different culture, with NIL, and the money involved in decision-making. I think that's created a bit of an edge for the Big Ten.
You know what that sound like?
What does it sound like?
Sound like this tweet that I put out on August 30th at approximately 5:04 p.m. that says, I cannot believe all it took was for NIL to become legal to see the fall of the SEC. That's what that sounds like to me.
Oh, it's you know what?
That I got a bunch of riffraff, about 585 replies that I've still to this day have not looked at not a single one of them. And yeah, yeah, they
Not
was
a
all
one?
mad at not one.
I would have replied to every one of them.
Nah, I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all.
I just have to play this because apparently Nick Saban going off the field with an injury. It's extreme. He has extreme butthurt and will be off the field for a number of years, apparently, over this. Like, what are we talking about, Nick Saban? One, the geographic advantage that you had to do with the fact that your bagmen were geographically located closer to the recruits when they stayed down south. That's what you had geographically. Players have never cared about going anywhere to play football if there's good resources at the school, if the talent level's there, and if they think they can go play to win national championships. Fortunately, to his point, if you live in Alabama and you want your family to go to your games, and Nick Saban had it rolling at Alabama, it's a lot easier to justify going there because that's right down the road. Mom and pop can get there easier. And also, they're paying me a ton of money under the table because that's what the SEC did for years. Georgia had the same thing, Florida, et cetera. It's all there. It's all been happening. Now, though, the fact that the Big Ten and other schools are saying, oh, wait, we can actually get legitimate investors involved in this, like boosters who've donated to everything we've ever done on campus. Now that that's allowed, suddenly everyone's got the same type of money. Suddenly, you're not limited to, well, it's hard for me to get mom and dad up to Ohio because flights are expensive and they don't live nearby. Well, now mom and dad can hop a flight because you've got the money to pay for it because the school's giving you money to get them up there. So go figure, the bagmen in the SEC used to run college football. Now that's all done. Now everyone can have legitimate bagmen. And yeah, go figure, the power of college football suddenly has spread out.
You know what makes me laugh is that he is upset at the fact that kids are going into this with a business mind. That's what this is like.
Go figure.
How dare they at 17 years old decide to have a business mind? You know, like, yeah, they might have grew up loving LSU and Alabama, but at the end of the day, the NFL is not guaranteed. You know, they keep saying it's less than 1% of people that makes it to the NFL. So if somebody tells you it's less than 1%, then this is might possibly be the only time that I can actually cash out. You know, it's not, the NFL is not guaranteed, but this money that they about to offer me to go to college, that is guaranteed. So I think that I'm not upset at a kid if somebody overpays or wants to give them more money. If you truly want and desire to have this player and he's supposed to be this difference maker in your program, then you should pay whatever that price is, right? You're only as good as somebody's willing to offer. And if somebody's willing to go above and beyond, you need to go above and beyond for that player as well. So I'm not mad at these kids for having a business mindset because, like I say, if the roles was flipped, Coaches leave all the time for more money. We just watched our defense coordinator leave. Well, he just took a lateral leap just for more money. So I don't understand why it's always we mad at the kids and, they don't have love for the school. No, they still got love for the school, but the school don't love them as much as they love the school.
I've never understood why guys like Nick Saban have a problem understanding that, especially when Nick Saban, how he built his offensive and defensive coaching staff. Did he hire guys who were like, Coach, I'm an Alabama guy. I've wanted to be at Alabama my entire life, and that's all that matters to me? No. He hired retreads from the NFL who needed a bump to their, resume, essentially, to say, hey, yeah, I know I sucked as an NFL coach, but watch my offense, Lane Kiffin. And now he turned that into a head coaching job. He had no problem saying, I know you're here for an opportunity. I'm giving you that opportunity. Go make the best of it for a couple years, and then we'll get you on to another job. He had no problem doing transactional things like that, but yet players somehow are supposed to be loyal to the school for 5 years, never think about the better opportunity for them, especially when their coach is yelling at them in 100-degree heat for, not doing a drill right when they're doing it, when they think they are doing the drill right, and at some point, you're not getting the playing time that you were promised by Nick Saban.
And to be honest, this isn't a fair thing for him to be saying. Because it's not like the SEC is down like that. That's not what it is. Because he's talking about LSU, Alabama, and Georgia in this quote. Well, LSU and Georgia is fine. It's Alabama. And the reason that Alabama isn't good is because the culture changed. You can clearly turn the table on and see that this is not the same Alabama that it was when you were there. And it's partly because you decided to leave. So don't say that it's everybody else. No, it's just Alabama right now. They got some things that they need to work out. They got to figure some things out.
If you watch the whole interview with Pat and Nick were basically had the perspective of these northern schools have a ton of money and these redneck hillbilly schools down there don't have any. But you know what? They're kind of right. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care that the best that Alabama has to offer is Toyota of Tuscaloosa and Oregon has CEO Phil Knight of Nike. You know what? Yeah. They did it illegally all this time. Now that it's legal, it's not the Big Ten's fault that they're doing it better than the SEC. They're playing by the rules. They're just doing it better.
Yeah. They won basically by saying, hey, grandma needs a dishwasher. We can do that for you, but come play for our school.
It's crazy.
That was what it used to be built on. Now it's on, here's a contract that says you're getting X amount of dollars, and we expect you to be a very good football player for us. And the players are like, that sounds great. That sounds very legitimate. And now they're like, I can't believe we broke up our system. What, you mean the system where it was all under the table and guys were using burner phones left and right like it's Breaking Bad? That seems not good compared to what we have now.
What happened to the phrase that football just is more important in the South?
It just means more.
It just means more in the South. What happened to that?
Bankruptcy, I believe, is what happened. Get your money up, South. That's what it is. Hey, you know what? If only there was a historical perspective where we could see that the South financially couldn't compete with the North. Maybe go back and read a history book sometime, Nick Saban. This is not new. Is Arch Manning injured? We'll give you the latest next. D-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. We are noticing one crash out on the roads, and that's happening just south of Grandview Heights. 670 eastbound just past Grandview Avenue. A little bit slower out there after a right shoulder is currently blocked after a crash. 29 miles per hour for your travel times out here, and it's an already busy area. Of course, 670 in that westbound direction. We are noticing some lane restrictions started last Sunday and will be lasting for at least 8 days or so. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic is sponsored by Behind the O. Buckeye fans, Behind the O is now in the App Store. Free for fans, NIL for athletes. Download the Behind the O app today.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated, because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life, and fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
This sports report brought to you by Bet365. Football is back. Get ready for the season at Bet365. When it comes to sports books, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease 2 Elantras for $222. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $222 a month for a 2-year lease. Both your new Elantras come with owner assurance and America's Best Warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. In Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year, ends 9/30.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Bishop and Friends.
My wife views her Venmo as a Swiss bank account. She uses it to hide transactions from me routinely.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget to stay nice and bundled up starting off the day. Wake-up temperatures will be in the 40s again with clear skies, but that turns into a warm afternoon with highs getting up right around 80 degrees with plenty of sun. For tonight, mostly clear skies overnight with our lows down into the low 50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, we had a big contest on Twitter today. We were giving away Buckeye Country Superfest tickets next year. That returns to the shoe. June 13th, 2026. Tyler Childers headlining it. The Red Clay Strays, Tyvis' favorite band. Lord Huron and
I gotta
more.
check them out.
You do. You keep hearing about them. Tickets go on sale this Friday, September 12th at 10 a.m. For more info, BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. We asked the question, who would you say was a player that could have played another sport if given a chance? A pro athlete who you think could have made it in another sport. Josh said Randy Moss, two-sport athlete in high school, great basketball player with his height, speed, and hops. I think he could have transitioned to the NBA very well, and I think that would be great. Also because I would have loved to hear more Randy Moss interviews, because every time Randy Moss talks, I get to hear his very country accent, and it makes me laugh. It's one of my favorite things ever. Anyway, Randy Moss, that's a good answer. Josh wins the tickets to Buckeye Country Superfest. Thanks to everybody who tweeted us at Bone and Tyvis 971. So the audio from Steve Sarkisian is weird here. He was talking about Arch Manning. There's been reports that Arch is injured. He's wincing when he throws. He's got a weird throwing motion this year, right, Tyvis? Like that's
I just feel like that wasn't the case last year. This little sidearm thing that he's doing, everybody was calling him Uncle Rico after our game. So, I don't know. Maybe that's I don't know. Maybe he think it's a quicker release or something. I have no idea, but it's like Rich Gannon or something. What's wrong with him?
Interesting.
Y'all know, yeah,
right.
They too young to know who Rich Gannon is out there.
Rich Gannon. Oh, yeah, back in the day, of course. Here is Steve Sarkisian. He's being asked a question by a reporter, I will say, like, kind of badly, and then Sark tries to answer it and has a weird answer to this. So here you go.
Arch Manning seemed to be having some throwing pains by the
According to who?
Arch.
Arch said that to you?
No.
Oh, according to who?
It just looked like he was.
He doesn't have any.
Is there an explanation to why it looked like that?
I don't know. I've never filmed any of you guys when you're using the bathroom, so I don't know what faces you make when you're doing that.
I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like,
what does that have to do with Arch Manning?
Well, I guess, here's the only way I've been able to figure out maybe what Steve Sarkisian was getting at was Arch is doing strenuous activity.
Yes, that was my thought.
And so if he's straining to throw because he's concentrating and he's just playing, a difficult game, these are the faces he makes. And if you, because you don't throw a football for a living, the most strenuous thing you do apparently is, I don't know, sitting on the john.
Yes.
Maybe that's the idea here, but still, it's weird. It's a weird answer. And like you said earlier, it sounds like he's deflecting. But he went on to say, no, he has no injuries and he's fine. And how do you guys even make this stuff up? I mean, they're making it. No one would be asking about this if he looked great. If he was making all the throws, no one would have a concern about this. But this is why people are asking the question, because he hasn't been good this year.
I mean, if you go look in some of these throws that he's making and the faces and the way he reacts to it, like it does come off like something hurts. Like something, like, because like I get the you strain the throw thing, but even after the ball is gone, he's still kind of like sitting there doing it. So it's like, I don't know. This is just, it's something to monitor. And I have to go back and watch him last year. I wish we could like have these type of looks like in his face mask when he threw last year, because if he had the same face, then all right, then it is what it is. But if he was like fine and he threw it and he wasn't tensing up, why would he do it this year?
Maybe the look on his face is because he's watched the result of his passes, especially in the Ohio State game. It was like, that's not what I meant to do. That's not good. That could be it too. I guess maybe that's the obvious explanation. Dylan has been chomping at the bit to talk about ESPN's FPI. Dylan is you like stats. You like the analytics. You like all that stuff.
You one of those guys, man.
All right. So I'm trying to find where ESPN's FPI. Here it is. Their football power index. What I'm trying to say. So the latest rankings from that have come out. Oregon is number 1 in FPI for whatever that's worth. Do you even know what the formula is for FPI? Like, what do they take into account here, Dylan?
So most power ranking or ratings is what I like to call it, because they're not rankings, are predictive models. So basically, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with past performance, because past performance is in the algorithm, but it's based off of future performance.
Okay.
And so it's basically a bunch of simulations of the remaining games and who they think the best teams are going to be based off of literally thousands of simulations.
That's fine. They have Oregon. They have Oregon sitting number 1, which fine. Oregon's looked good in their first 2 games where they haven't, had much competition. Sorry, Oklahoma State, that didn't turn out well in your favor. Number 2, they have Texas. Oh, all right. Number 3, they have Ohio State. That alone probably causes some headaches for me, at least, but probably lots of other people. Then Bama's at 4. That That'd be news to Bama fans. I think. They're like, wow. I'm sure they're really that like dude who calls in on Paul Feinbaum's show who talks for like 8 minutes at a time, Legacy or whatever. I'm sure he's like, oh yeah, Paul Ford, FBI, yeah. Like I don't think that's great for them. And number 5 is USC, a team that never disappoints you when you put any belief in them. So yeah, these are the computer ratings, as you said, but they have no bearing on what's actually going on in the college football fields. That the games that we're watching, this doesn't mirror what we see.
I would never understand it. Like, I just don't understand, like, how the computer comes up with this. But it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, how much of this does the CFP, like, look at when they're doing their final 12?
Who knows? This is the ESPN FPI. College football playoffs kind of their thing.
So if we went back to the BCS, this is the stuff we go off of?
It's a lot more sophisticated now, I guess, but
sure.
Yeah, the premise is there.
I like where we at, DJ. I like where we at.
I will always say when it comes to analytics, if the analytics that get spit out give you something that doesn't mirror reality at all, then maybe there's a reason. Maybe you should tweak your formula slightly.
I'm trying to figure out why Oregon is a what?
You see, okay,
they're putting up a ton of points, and they have they have obviously a great offense, all that stuff. But I don't know beyond that.
The reason why I wanted to bring this up is because, one, I knew it would make a lot of people upset with 3, 4, and 5 being Ohio State.
Job done. Good job. Way to go.
USC. But like as a defender of this, so like another thing about this, it's neutral field. Basically, what if these teams played? Who would win on a neutral field? That's what this is supposed to be. So you're telling me based off of these rankings, USC is only going to lose 1 game this year. That's what the ESPN FBI is telling you. And I think as someone who defends this stuff and someone who's also like big on USC, I almost put them in my playoff when I did the thing, but I put in Nebraska instead. But I think USC is going to be right there. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. You're telling me that USC is going to be favored in every single game but the Oregon game? And then the same thing with Bama. They're going to be favored in every game they play but the Texas game. So you're telling me that Alabama's going to finish with 2 losses and USC is going to finish with 1 loss based off of this? I mean, if this ends up being accurate, go take it to the book right now. Like bet USC and Alabama to make the playoff right now at the odds that's going on right now.
The people at ESPN FBI should really take into account when you've lost Dylan on something you may have really missed the boat on. You may want to tweak this formula. Switching over to the NFL, if you didn't see this news last night, it was like a 5-minute stretch from Adam Schefter where it went really bad for Niners fans because they found out that both George Kittle is out for a little while with a hamstring injury. He's more like week to week than day to day. And then Brock Purdy is ouchy and could not start this weekend against the Saints, which the Saints, I think, still will find a way to lose that game. But the point is, that's kind of like, they got that in like a 10-minute stretch right before Monday Night Football last night.
But Brock Purdy is probably going to play, right?
They said that he's iffy for the game.
He could miss week 2.
Yeah, he has left shoulder and toe injuries. The more serious injury is on the toe, according to Kyle Shanahan.
You know what's so funny is that people are listening and they'll be like, a toe. But I'm telling you right now, if you mess up them fingers and them toes, it really messes up everything. Because it's like, it's not the fact that it hurt, it's the fact that it's annoying. Like, it's an annoying pain. Like, you can't not think about it. And it's ridiculous. And if I know people, you big toe football players, y'all worried about a toe or a finger? You mess up your toe or your finger, you know exactly what we talking about.
Unless you're Deion Sanders, you just tell them to cut it off. You're like,
no, Deion had turf toe, and I think he missed half the season when he played because he had turf toe.
But if they're frostbitten or whatever, he's just like, cut him off. I don't need him. Don't need him anymore.
Deion to still line up and try to play man to man.
I very much enjoyed it when Shannon Sharp and him talked like right after that. Shannon Sharp just said it like would not let it go about how he didn't have all his toes anymore. And it was like, that's how you know you have a true friend. Where you go through an amputation, your friend's like, yeah, about that, I'm going to make jokes.
I did that.
That's a real friend.
I did that to Sharon when he had his incident.
See, there you go. You got to do that stuff. All right, 2 minutes away. We're going to talk to college football insider Brad McMurphy next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking pretty congested out on the roads this morning. For folks in Powell and Worthington, the main concern is going to be 315 southbound over by Linworth, looking at 12-mile-per-hour drive times out there. For folks in Grove City, if you're heading out the door and hoping to go downtown this morning, 71 northbound pretty slow over by Green Lawn Avenue. And a similar situation over on the east side in Gahanna, 270 southbound, 670 westbound, a little bit slower than usual. Drive times 34 mile per hour out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Hydrate Me Med Spa, Next Level Wellness, medical grade IV drips, NAD Plus, and so much more. 4 locations in Columbus. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. The water's standing in the tub. My toilets will not flush. The smell's getting bad in here. I need help in a rush.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program, that too, at Bone and Tyvis 971. Appreciate all the interaction today. You can also jump on YouTube. Go to 971 The Fan on YouTube. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Hop in the chat there as well. Now joining us, college football insider. You can read his stuff, obviously, at On3 and on his Twitter/X page as well, at Brett_McMurphy. He is America's college football insider. Brett McMurphy joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Brett, thanks for taking the time this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it, guys. Good morning.
So you are an AP voter. You publish an AP vote that we get to see. Like, what goes into the process for you? I've always been curious from AP voters, like how each of them get to do this and what you kind of think as you're putting that together week to week. Are you someone who looks at big picture, I still believe in this team? Or do you go more like each separate week, this team is doing well and I'm going to move them up accordingly?
It's a little bit of both. Mainly I try to look at it. I'm more results driven, I think. I try to reward teams that win. I try to, if you lose a game, like Texas lost a close game to Ohio State, I'm not going to drop them 20 spots because they lost, but also I'm not going to keep them the same. I do think you should have some rewards and penalties for the results of the game. If not, then basically they're going to be the same every week if you go by the so-called power ratings. It's not an exact science. I'm not hesitant to drop teams a long way after significant losses. I dropped Arizona State and Florida out of my top 25 after their losses. Some people think, well, they were in my poll, so they can't drop out. I don't feel that way. After Florida State's dominating win against Alabama, I moved them up into the top 10 because, we don't know if Alabama's going to be the same team of the past, but they dominated Alabama over 200 yards rushing. That was not a fluke. And so it's not a perfect thing. I try to, I stay up till the Hawaii game to make sure I'm seeing all the results to see what happens. But then also, for instance, when you have teams playing overmatched opponents, like, obviously Ohio State, Grambling, Penn State, Nevada, those kind of things, I don't really get into it like, Penn State only won by, or FIU, I guess, they only won by 30-something points, or, obviously Ohio State, name the score against Grambling. But even if Ohio State only won that game by 4 touchdowns, I still would have had them number 1 on my ballot. I'm not going to penalize a team playing an outmanned opponent if they don't go out and seal club them, because it's a meaningless game. They're just trying to stay healthy and move on. It's more when they play, competitive opponents and what they do, and then kind of move people around. Obviously, this week Georgia plays Tennessee, and I probably have Georgia higher than most people. I think they're going to be good. We'll find out. I could be wrong. But if they lose that game to Tennessee and it's not competitive, I could see them falling out of my top 10. If they win, I could probably slide them up, behind Ohio State in the rankings. And obviously, if Tennessee wins, they obviously would benefit a lot too. So, I kind of was all over the map there, but it's really not an exact thing. And, as much as I think I try to do a certain way, probably each week I probably do something different, where if people are following my poll, they're like, why in the world did you do this week? And last week you had this team in a different spot.
Bert, let me ask you about Penn State. They're number 2. Obviously, they're 2-0. They won their games, but it hasn't looked the way that people imagine they look. Do you really honestly think that they are the second best team in the nation?
No, because I ranked them 3rd. So that's the AP poll has them 2nd. I've got them 3rd.
There you go. Who did you have as 2?
I'm trying to think.
LSU or Oregon?
Oh, LSU. No, LSU, yeah. I've got Ohio State, LSU, Penn State. Yeah, I'd have to look after that. But no, it's definitely LSU, because LSU, again, Clemson, we can just go by what we think we know. Clemson's supposed to be pretty good, although, against Troy, they didn't look that good. So maybe Clemson's not that good. So maybe LSU's not that good. It's kind of it kind of extends to the teams you play. I know you, excuse me, you asked me about Penn State, but Iowa State, they have the win against Kansas State. They have the win against Iowa. And those those wins look worse each week, because now if Kansas State loses to Army, we'll have to see if Iowa's any good or not. But for Penn State, we know all the talent they have coming in, but again, how much of this is motivational? I think you could put Penn State now anywhere between. I don't think they're number 2 now, and 3 may even be a little bit too high, because you look at what they've done so far. They haven't been really that impressive against Nevada, FIU. They have Villanova this week. That's another tomato can. Then they have an open date. Then they have Oregon. So I think wherever Penn State is, I think after Oregon, then I think you can move them up or slide them down depending on how that Oregon game goes. But I agree. I don't think they've looked that good right now. But also, look, with the new college football playoff, and I've tried to wrap my head around it, when you kind of predict who's going to get to the championship or the playoff in the 4-team format, you kind of looked at, okay, who's going to win the conference? And that's kind of what you honed in on. Now, Ohio State showed last year, you don't even have to play in a conference title game. So I think the coaches are also looking at the season differently. Like, obviously they want to win the conference, but they also know, for the most part, if they can get to 10-2, for the most part, they're going to get into the playoffs somehow, some way. So it's not that critical for Penn State to really worry about how bad they beat Nevada, FIU, and Villanova. It's more important with how they compete against Oregon and if they can ever beat Ohio State.
Brett McMurphy joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So Oklahoma, nice win against Michigan. You do a lot of projecting as well for down the road. You do your bowl projections, all that stuff. Their road going forward, as much as that was a nice win for them, and they have a lot of reasons to be optimistic, they got one of the toughest roads in college football. How do you see it shaking out for Oklahoma the rest of the way?
Yeah, I mean, I moved them into my college football playoff projections for this week because I think they deserve to be in there. But if this is where it gets, kind of wonky. It's here's the college football playoff projections. But if I'm going to be honest, they shouldn't be in my end of my year college football playoff projections, because you're right. And, you can debate, and I'm sure where this debate would go, whether the SEC is overrated or not. But all 8 of their SEC opponents are currently ranked in the AP top 25. Will those all 8 teams be there when they play them? Who knows? But yeah, they've got a pretty tough schedule. So the good news for OU is with that schedule, I talked about 10 wins getting in the playoff. I think if they go 9-3 against that schedule, I think they would be the top rated 9-3 team. Compared with who else is out there based on schedules. And I think even at 9-3, Oklahoma would have a shot to get for an at-large bid over maybe some 10-2 teams that didn't play as tough a schedule, like a Notre Dame and some other folks. So, yeah, I have OU in there now. You're right, but you give me True Serum, and you don't have to give me True Serum. I don't think they're going to be there at the end of the year. I think the schedule ultimately will impact them. And if it doesn't, then, enjoy seeing John Mateer win the Heisman Trophy in New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brett, let me ask you about Ohio State. Obviously, they lost a lot, but in these first 2 games, they've obviously shown that they reloaded at certain areas. Would they be your favorite to repeat as national champions this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got them there now. But look, before the season, I didn't. I think I had Ohio State 6 going into the season in the preseason, and that had nothing to do with the talent. It was more. I just thought I thought there would be a huge drop off with the change at coordinators. I did. Obviously, it looks like I'm wrong in that assessment, and that's why after the Texas win, I jumped them up to number 1. Again, we'll see how it plays out. The game at Washington is going to be tricky. You guys probably already know this, but Washington the last 2 years has beat the defending national champion at home, and Ohio State's the 3rd defending national champ to come to Seattle. So that could be a tricky spot. And then obviously, you maintain your stranglehold on waiting to win a big game, James. You should be set, and then obviously nobody will pay attention to the finale at Michigan. But right now I've got Ohio State there. But look, a lot of things can change. And again, like I said earlier, it's I don't necessarily know if it's an advantage to be at number 1. I mean, it's almost like a Daytona race where you just want to be in position, and you just want to be in that top 5, 6, 7 range, so you don't have to worry about the committee screwing you, and then get into the playoff and see how the matchups work out. And obviously that worked out to Ohio State's advantage last year, and Oregon got totally screwed last year because of the wonky seeding aspect they have with the automatic bias to the conference champs. Obviously they corrected that, but Ohio State's in great position. But even if they don't win the Big Ten, even if they, God forbid, lose to Michigan again, as long as they're in that top 6, 7, 8 thing and they're in the playoff, anything can happen.
I do like the analogy that being in the college football playoffs is like a super speedway race, because it's a lot of depends where you are when the final lap is, and that's the positioning is as important as anything else. Brett, good stuff today. We appreciate it. We'll talk again soon. All right.
Thank you.
There you go. Brett McMurphy on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Back in a moment. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, folks, the roads are not looking good over on the west side. We are noticing a couple of crashes and not too far from each other either. The first one, 270 southbound at that 70 intersection where a right shoulder is blocked, already pretty slow at 33 miles per hour, slower than what we're used to seeing on a Tuesday morning commute. Not too far away from here, again, another crash, 70 eastbound at that 270 southbound intersection. Expect lane closures in that direction as well. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be, and if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the Tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your Tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Matty Ice here from McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. I recently bought a brand new Chevy Trax from McDaniel GM Superstore. It was by far the best car purchase I have ever made. And right now you can get a 2025 Trax at McDaniel GM Superstore for as low as $21,995. And with over 40 in stock, you know you'll find the perfect one for you. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. McDaniel GM Superstore, where great deals meet a century of trust. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS, or online at victors.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Thanks to Brian McMurphy for jumping on the program today. You can catch the podcast if you missed it. Just go to wherever you get podcasts. Search T-Bone and Tyvis and hear that interview and the rest of the show. All the shows, they're for free right to your device. Eric Reeser joining us from Bishop & Friends. Good morning, Reeser.
Gentlemen, good morning.
I like your Columbus soccer shirt. That's nice. Very well done.
Very bright.
My bright yellow crew gear.
Yeah.
The only crew thing I have.
Greatest team the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
Right there on your shirt. Can't be wrong.
It's undeniable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
you
love
must
that.
know that the weathers must be nice, so you wanted to,
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I said, the weather's nice.
Has it ever been an athlete
bright.
that you said was not going to be good, and then like publicly on the radio said that wasn't going to be good, and then they turned out to be good, and you had to come in here and say that you was wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so many times, but I can't remember one off the top of my head. I know it's happened.
Well, J.J. McCarthy is that guy for the big guy over there.
I mean, I'm not. The jury's still out. He had a fourth quarter.
Yeah, we can't do it after one game.
He had a fourth quarter. It was fine. Kevin O'Connell can get pretty much, I think, like a wet noodle to throw 300 yards. So I'm not like he threw for $145
Well,
or
Tyvis
whatever
asked,
it was.
who'd you rather have, J.J. McCarthy or Caleb Williams? I'm like, well, if I get J.J. McCarthy, can I also have Justin Jefferson? Like that also helps.
Right. I think it's all the above,
when
right?
you've got the talent that J.J.'s got to throw it to it. Now, Caleb Williams isn't throwing to scrubs either. Like he missed a couple bad last night. But it's one game, and so I think both quarterbacks can be afforded a little grace here.
I just feel like with Caleb Williams, we have seen a lot more.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I saw him in college and said, why are we making this guy the de facto number one pick? And then he's gotten to the NFL, granted with a dumb organization, and we had the same thing again.
So a really dumb organization. I mean, the day of your opener, you go, yeah, we're leaving Soldier Field.
Oh, God.
Like, maybe save that announcement for not week one of the NFL season. Kevin Warren sent a letter to season ticket holders saying, yeah, we're going to Arlington Heights. We want to host a Super Bowl in 2031.
So they're going to get the money for that dome that they showed us?
I don't know what's going to happen with that now.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
They're always saying they're getting the money, and then they're not getting the money. The other thing is, did you see the field before the game? Where I
mean, when you're doing maintenance a couple hours before Monday Night Football, you know you're in for a really good
You can see the squares of turf where they're not even like fully grown in together. It's the home opener for the Chicago Bears. You would think, I know it's like the city runs that and it's not the team technically.
I guess I'll backtrack. Anybody who hires Kevin Warren's in for a bad time.
Well, there's that.
So
but I don't understand.
He signed the biggest deal in Big Ten history, didn't he?
Yeah, that's got Ohio State carrying big news for the next decade.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kev. Thanks, Big Kev.
As someone who's been a part of a few...
Bo would tell you that's what the money's for.
Yeah,
and he'd be right, but it doesn't make it right, and it doesn't make and it should make Ohio State fan feel good.
Also, hey, how about your Guardians? Almost taking a no-hitter into the eighth inning last night.
Slade Ciccone, Parker Messick, like I was telling you guys, household names.
Everybody knows those guys.
For this Cleveland Guardians squad that just will not die.
We just know they won't gamble. That's all. We know they don't gamble.
I mean, if you're going to pick that as a rallying cry for that clubhouse to maybe make a run of this, like they're 2.5 back of the wild card. They got the Rangers, the last series of the season.
Hanging around.
They will not die, and I cannot quit them.
It's sad, too, because as soon as you're like, yeah, I'm done with them. They're not making the playoffs. I'm done with them. They go and do something like
that. Beat the hell out of the Royals yesterday.
Yeah, they did. They hang around. And the Royals are an infinitely beatable team, but that was good that they did that. Ultimately, though, I think their slogan for the rest of the year should be take a chance on the Cleveland Guardians. You know, it's not place a bet, but it's take a chance.
Cleveland Guardians
That's too
baseball.
Close.
Why the hell not?
That's too close.
Yeah, roll the dice on the Cleveland Guardians. Like anything gambling adjacent, just start throwing that out there.
The Guardians are single-handedly about to get prop betting banned in Ohio.
I know. Dude, I
just seen it yesterday.
The governor
DeWine is trying to get.
But that was months ago. He did that before Luis Ortiz.
They trying to get it for. I don't even think it's just baseball.
Well, as it is, you can't now. Like with college football, you can't do any of the player props. Like that's something different in Ohio than a lot of other states.
Well, they was threatening the kids.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the thing: you get Jim Tressel in, and you talk to him about it. Once Tressel's governor, he'll bring it back.
There we go.
That's optimism. Wait till the next
Well,
administration.
that's good.
This is a beautiful Tuesday, and he's not willing to discuss.
No, he would not.
He's got to get the kids of Ohio into shape. Once he gets the kids of Ohio into shape, then he'll make his gubernatorial announcement.
And
he
he'll gamble
did
on
say
them. Then he'll bet on them when they get over.
It's a safe bet. Jim Tressel would wipe the floor with anybody who ran against him.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you guys have coming up on the show today, Reese?
So Dom Taberry is going to join us at 10:30. Get his thoughts on everything he saw Saturday from Ohio State and Grambling. It's a loaded NFL show as week one wraps up. We talked about the Chicago Bears. We'll have some thoughts on the Browns, who the first NFL head coach might be to get a pink slip. And will that happen, before the trade deadline? And that's November 5th, but we'll do the real truth at 10 o'clock. Blitz the NFL, like I said. at 11. And Ryan Day readies his team for the current reigning and defending Mid-American Conference champions Saturday night at 7:30.
I hope you guys get another drunk mascot out there to go fight Brutus.
I haven't been to Ohio Stadium as a fan to watch a football game in over a decade, and I'm going to this. A-Deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it must be nice. I know that's what they're saying.
The people at MC Deck can see you now.
There you go. Perfect. All right, 3 hours, Bishop and Friends coming up next.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Tyvis, what is your most, I guess not your most recent, but your best deadlift ever? When you were at your peak, what could you deadlift? Do you recall off the top of your head?
Probably 400 pounds.
It's a good deadlift. It's a very solid, respectable deadlift.
I know.
Reeser, you lift. Do you have a deadlift that you can throw out there that you feel comfortable with?
405.
Love it. Great. That's really good, too. I just want to say I'm proud of you.
Where are you at?
I don't deadlift. Are you kidding me?
Why
Look at this.
not?
I deadlift me every day. Get my half-dead carcass out of the bed, walk in here. That's my deadlift, all right?
Stretch them hammies, warm up them hips.
As good as all that sounds, and you guys are superior athletes to me by far, no one is competing with half Thor Bjornsson. I would call him full Thor Bjornsson. That is, if you don't know, the Mountain from Game of Thrones. That dude, he's a real competitive weightlifter. In real life, he has been in strongman competitions for years, and he is obviously very, very good at them. He won the World's Strongest Man in 2018. Yesterday, though, or a couple days ago, he competed in Strongman 2025 in Birmingham, England, not Alabama. I was going to say that would be fun. Anyway, his lift in the deadlift, 1,124 pounds, besting his previous record. He is still the world record holder in the deadlift. And I say, good God.
It's 510 kilos for you metric fans out there.
I'm not doing that.
You should go watch the video if you haven't, because I've seen bars bend before, but I've never seen a bar bend like that. And he picks it up like it's nothing. It wasn't obviously nothing, but
for what reason?
For the strongman guy, he's a competitive bodybuilder or weightlifter.
So
that's what he does.
If he kicks somebody, they might die.
I think in Avengers when
yes.
Thanos snaps his fingers and everybody disappears into dust. That's what happens if he kicks somebody.
Yeah, he's Thanos. That's exactly right.
That's the body. That's what the body does.
There you go. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow morning. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, 670 eastbound is still looking pretty slow for a Tuesday morning commute just past Grandview Avenue. We are noticing a crash out there where a right shoulder is still blocked this morning. We're also noticing something over on the east side, a crash on 70 westbound just before State Route 256 where a left lane is blocked and definitely causing some slowdowns out there. 9 miles per hour for your travel times out there. Definitely want to make sure to take it nice and easy on the roads. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great Tuesday.
Fan traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Voted best credit union for the past 7 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
Hey, summer's almost over, and I'm sure you've been limping around on a bad knee, a hip, a back. Maybe it's a shoulder. It called the shots all summer long. Well, I'm telling you, you don't need to take that into the fall, and you definitely don't need to take it into 2026. The answer is here for you now. It's QC Kinetics right here in Columbus. I should know. I got it done about 5 years ago with my knee, and it has felt great ever since. It's natural regenerative medicine. They're not going to cut anything out of your body. They're not going to dull the pain. They're going to have their treatments restore and regenerate your body so your body can heal itself. Do what it is meant to do. No drugs, no surgery, no downtime, just a smarter, natural way to heal your body. So go check them out. Bring your MRI, bring your x-rays, QC Kinetics. You can set up your free consultation online at qckinetics.com/Columbus or give them a call at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Be sure to check them out today.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
Common Man here for Hollywood Casino and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Timmy, it's football season. That means winning and fun.
Oh, yeah. We have tailgate buffets for all of our watch parties. The 3 apps for $12 special. $25 Miller Lite buckets.
And don't forget the crab legs. That's extended through September.
So reserve a table at HollywoodColumbus.com.
And how about this for new members? Sign up for the rewards program on the Penn Play app. Get a $20 dining credit.
Then you get more crab legs.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Crab leg problem? Call 1-800-CRAB-LEGS.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Hub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 9/30. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Dormar, your kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Ready to ride the waves or hit the road for less? Refinance your boat or motorcycle loan with CME and let them try to beat your rate by 1.5% APR. Enjoy no payments for 90 days and rates as low as 6.25% APR. It's never been easier to lower your rate and free up cash. Make the smart move. Refinance with CME today. Terms and conditions apply. Minimum floor rate of 6.25% APR. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org for additional details.
Guys, this season is game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Female patients also eligible. For more information or book an appointment, visit TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.